Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 431 live. Let's go. Welcome to another TAV Gold Rush tournament. Tonight, the ladies of Wrestle Wars are going to get a chance to shine because they are going to get into it big time. It is going to be a battle, a war over the Archerverse Women's World Wrestling Championship. Best 2 out of 3 falls all night long. It is going to be a fantastic tournament. Wait until you see the quarterfinals. It is smoking hot. But before we get there, as you can see, we're going to have ourselves a tremendous matchup to set the tone for the evening. It is a fatal 4-way eliminator for the YTD Academy Tag Team Wrestling Championships. And look at the villainy in this matchup. We have Phenomenal Soul, the Weapons of Mass Destruction, the Wolfpack, and Truth and Consequences, and we'll talk about them in just a few moments. Before we do that, we're going to invite our co-host with the most out of the broadcast. He's returning after a slight hiatus on vacay. He was from the broadcast for a little bit. He is ready to rock and roll. He's revved up, ramped up, electrified for episode number 431. The Great Glenola is here, ready to roll. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, not much. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Glenola in the house. All right, but yeah, we got there's an excellent lineup for the YTD Academy Tag Team Championship. Truth and Consequences. What is your opinion on Truth and Consequences? What do you think of them just kind of blasting onto the scene? And man, they have been impressive.
Yeah. You know, of course, Tables has been impressive from day one. I mean,
that's fair. Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
Any team he's a part of is going to be pretty impressive.
Yo, Black Swordsman in the house. What's going on, Black Swordsman? Welcome in Sir Jack the Greatest. Also in the house, welcome in Sir Jack. We're keeping Sir Jack up, but we have an electrifying show this evening, Sir Jack. It is going to be worth the wait
Sir Jack the Greatest.
And the anticipation.
Together we will grow strong
and the snacking and all the coffee to stay awake because it is 4 a.m. where you are. 4:30 now, I guess it would be.
With that said,
we appreciate all of our followers, fans, and part of the Fam Jam from Europe, Asia, the UK. There are many of you, and we appreciate you showing up at the wee hours of the morning just to enjoy the show and hang out with the community. It is an awesome thing. It truly is. I mean, Glenola and I have said it many times. The Archerverse is all about the community, and you guys are fantastic. One of the best communities I've ever been a part of on Twitch. Not just because we're, the Archerverse community, but because we have some great people here, some brilliant minds, and a lot of people that like to have a good time, and that is a very important thing. And Glenola opening up the betting lines for the tournament, or are you that's for the tournament, not for the opening matchup, I assume?
Well, I did the tag team first, and then I'm doing the tournament.
Oh, okay, all right, just making sure. All right, those jackpot numbers are good to go. Nobody has won them. Actually, nobody has won. That 069, man, that is a cursed one. It is cursed. Nobody's. What has it been? It's been like almost like I think it's been about a month and a half since anybody's won that part of it. Maybe longer. Could be closer to the 2-month mark.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there.
It's crazy. And then the new one, which was just created last week, nobody has won that either as of yet. But those jackpot numbers are good though.
5.
But anyways, yeah, Darby Allin and the Hardcore Icon Tables. Of course, Tables now employed by the Wolfpack, no longer employed by Team of Line Locksmith. But I mean, since joining the, he was on a bit of a vacay there for a little while when he first joined the Wolfpack, but he came back with a vengeance in mind. That is for certain. And then all of a sudden, the Darby Allin situation happened. Formed a tag team, hit the tag team scene. Running, if you will. I mean, tremendous success so far in the tag team division. They're kind of exciting to watch. I mean, Tables, as you said, Tables has always been an exciting superstar to follow and watch in the ring, and now he's got Darby Allin, who's equally as interesting, intriguing, charismatic.
Good luck,
both of them high flyers. They can. They're both strikers as well. So I mean, they're very exciting, especially as a tag team. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with those two as we go forward, and see what else. Especially YTD Academy. They've already started blossoming there. Let's see what they can do on the main roster, at least on a more frequent basis.
Today,
Then you've
Gorilla
got
is John
the weapons
Cena.
of mass destruction. Tonight, of course, and actually, I believe the last time they stepped foot in the ring, it was also the man called Drek and Big Bubba Bruno, the Samoan Lion, tag teaming together. A lot of the time, it's Bruno and Mitchell Vaughn. But Mitchell Vaughn's been taking care of business in the championship division. He is, of course, once again the YTD Academy Grand Prix Wrestling Champion. I mean, Mitchell Vaughn does know how to win championships, I'll tell you, and he can put together a hell of a faction. As you can see, his faction has been a pain in everybody's ass in the tag team division. They are the OG Invaders. The OG Invaders of the Archerverse. And man, oh man, you know, whether we hate the fact that it's happening, still happening, because we still have more people coming over from Team Dogface sneaking in the door. I mean, did anybody pay attention to YTD Academy today? We had another villain
Emoji waving hand.
from
Emoji
Team
waving
Honeybee
hand.
Wrestling, from Team Queen Bee, actually, on the Archerverse Discord. Honeybee with a tremendous debut tonight. I mean, not against what somebody would consider a canned. She was not fed an easy opponent. No, as a matter of fact,
Honeybee
the
Wrestling.
Judgment Day Zone, Rhea
Together
Ripley.
we will grow strong and
Rhea
our
Ripley stepped
communities
up.
will remain strong by our
Speaking of
constant
Honeybee,
support for
welcome
one
in.
another's endeavors.
Yo, Honeybee! What's going on, Queen Bee? Appreciate you being here. Honeybee also, actually, yes, did we get a shout-out for Honeybee? And could we get another shout-out for Honeybee that pops up that follow?
I think I can manage that.
All right, because Honeybee Wrestling, fitting name, also has a universe and a tremendous time it is over there as well. So you want to go check out Honeybee when you're able to. When you see Honeybee go live, check out the content. Tremendous show she puts on as well. She's also obviously intertwined with Team Dogface and the Doghouse, and Honeybee, of course, wrestles in different promotions. Usually, I believe, as the story goes, usually with her brother, but she has decided to venture here to the Archerverse alone and tackle the league where the big boys play all on her own. And I'll tell you, she inked that contract, walked into the YTD Academy.
Wrestling.
I mean, she didn't wait for the door of opportunity to open. She kicked that bitch down, stepped into the squared circle, took on Rhea Ripley, and whooped that ass. It wasn't even close. I mean, Rhea Ripley, the poor girl, didn't even get started. She got to hear the bell ring before she got kicked in the side of the fucking head. And Honeybee was all over her like white on rice. It was crazy. Fantastic to watch, though. I mean, I love seeing some of the greatest matches, if you think about it, Glenola, because we always talk about Rose Brewer, right? She's the winningest superstar, right? Not just in the women's division. She is the winningest superstar in Archerverse history. Superstar, not just woman superstar. But then you get other people coming in like Honeybee and other Cheryl O'Grady and people like that, and to watch them come in and put on such great matches. And I think some of the greatest matches in Archerverse history have actually come out of the women's division. I really do. I believe that.
I agree with you. And, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
Of course, there for a while, one of the best tag teams, well, actually, and still now one of the best tag teams were in the women's division, but it's different tag teams. Back 1.0, early 2.0, you had the Dynamite Jesse Lee.
Superstar.
You had
Oh,
Today,
that
the
is
Archer versus
absolutely
Sparkles.
disgusting. Oh, good God, I want to claw my own eyes out and chuck
I
them
bet
across
you'd
the
rather
room.
be Ahsoka. Or
My
Asuka, I
eyes
mean.
are burning. I'd rather be Ruby fucking Soho. Oh, ghastly. Christian Hart. What the hell? Stream Elements? How dare you? If I could ban Stream Elements.
Iceman.
Actually, I can ban Stream Elements. That creates a whole
But,
set of
yeah.
problems for everybody, though.
But, Danny Sparks.
That is not
Dynamite
funny,
Jesse
Sir
Lee
Jack. How dare
were
you?
one of the greatest tag teams, the Archer, in the Archerverse,
Yeah, oh yeah.
especially the women's division. And now, of course, and people are going to say that I'm biased, but the Wolfpack gals,
Well, I don't think,
Rose
like,
Brewer. Tia Stevens.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now, Ashley Marie, the
What an
first
addition,
Triple Crown women's
Right?
champion.
But she is putting a title on the line tonight. As Glenola was just about to say, she is the first ever
Wolfpack Gals,
Triple
Emoji
Crown
Will.
Women's World Champion. She is in possession of the YTD Academy Women's Wrestling Championship. The Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. She is in possession of the WCW Women's World Championship, and she is also the Wrestle Wars Women's World Wrestling Champion. So, I mean, she is lighting up the scene, especially after joining the Wolfpack. Right?
Yeah, she was
Carrying the
with the
division.
coalition for I don't know how long.
Sir Jack says the Wolfpack gals are carrying the division. Well, I don't know about that, but they are certainly enjoying beating down a lot of the women in the division. I mean, there's a lot of great talent in the women's division, so I don't know if they're quite carrying the division, but they are certainly momentarily they are ruling that division for the most part, I would think. But I don't think carrying is a good way to put it.
No, and that's I wouldn't say that either. But
no, well, you got the new
definitely-
Millennia, you've got the Outlaws, the Fiendish Outlaws, the Union. I mean, there's so many great tag teams, the Iconics. I mean, I think everybody's holding their own. Between Starrcade, YTD Academy, and Wrestle Wars, the women's division is smoking good. So I think they all hold their own. Whether or not they're having their ups or downs, that's neither here nor there. But I don't think anybody really carries anybody yet. Anyways, I mean.
But I wish we could go back and have the Wolfpack gals face Dynamite Jessie Lee and Danny Sparks.
That would have been a
imagine?
rivalry in itself, because there's no way that comes out one match only. That is not a one and done.
No,
That would have been fantastic. You're right. Yep.
You have the Queen and Danny Sparks.
Danny Sparks. Yep. Miss Danny Sparks.
And then you had, of course, Dynamite Jessie Lee, who her name was very fitting because she got in that ring and she just blew it all up.
She did. She exploded. She was definitely dynamite. Absolutely. Speaking of which, we did have, for those that haven't been paying attention over the last little while, today specifically, we have officially added streamer teams number 97, 98, and 99 to the Archiverse Fam Jam. How cool is that? And negotiations are currently underway for streamer team number 100.
Superstar switch
And I
up.
got to tell you, if there's somebody that's going to go down in history that'll always be remembered as being added to the Fam Jam, it will be number 100. I'm not going to spoil it and let you know who it is. You'll have to tune in and wait and see, but it's going to be a lot of fun. This is a long time coming. Been an Archiverse follower, even subscriber at times, for a very long time. We visit his channel, we raid his channel. It happens quite often and frequently, as a matter of fact. But I'm gonna let you tune in and figure out who it's gonna be, because the new season is coming, as is this new superstar and streamer team number 100, coming very soon to an Archiverse channel near you. Of course, I am the only Archiverse channel, but
No, you're not the only Archiverse channel.
Oh, that's right. There's some scumbag named Archiverse on Twitch. I shouldn't have said scumbag. He's not a scumbag. I don't even know him. But how dare he be called Archiverse? You know what, though? I wonder if he had the same idea I did, because I'm pretty sure my channel's older than his. I wonder if he was going to name himself the Archiverse, and how pissed off he was when he found out somebody else had the name. He was probably thinking, are you kidding me? Somebody else is called the Archiverse. So, yeah, that's pretty funny. Matter of fact, let's shout out Archiverse. Let's shout out Archiverse. It's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, there's other teams too from that. You know what I would still, there's some teams right now I would like to see the Wolfpack gals up against. They haven't really had much of a rivalry against the Beautiful People, Angelina Love and Velvet Sky. I bet you they would have a tremendous match with the Union, Dewdrop and Kaylee Ray.
I don't know. There's been matches there, and
The Iconics.
they've been multi-team matches, but
Yeah.
it hasn't been the Union that made them, great.
No, that's true.
More China and Mickey James.
Yeah. Well,
That
yeah.
has been
I mean,
great. Them and the Wolfpack
Wow.
Gals have been great.
Hardcore Country have been phenomenal, haven't
Yeah.
they? They've even been champions on more than one occasion. They've been a fantastic duo. Crazy. And Luke the Gooner.
That's one of the great.
Luke the Gooner 94 must really be enjoying that run because Mickey James is, of course, his favorite female wrestler, and teamed with China. They've been whooping some ass in the tag team division, and not just in YTD Academy. I mean, they've been on the main roster here and there whooping ass too. So I mean, it's not like they're just YTD Academy
and that's
sensations.
One of the cool things with the women's division in the Archerverse is that nobody's really holding that title and just keeping it to themselves. It is being defended, and it's changing hands, which just says a lot about the talent in the women's division.
I know. The women's Boss Apollo in the house. What's going on, boss? Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah.
Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year hasn't happened yet. That's that. The other ones, Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, they've happened. I think.
When is Chinese New Year? It's like on the first.
Boss
I think.
Apollo.
Is it not in February? Is it a February? It's in February. I think. Is it in February?
Actually, let me look that. I'll just look that up real quick.
Where's our Asian friends? They can answer this question for us.
January 22nd is the Chinese.
Oh, it is in January. Okay. I thought for some reason it was like in the first week of February or some damn thing like that, but okay.
Don't in Mexico they celebrate like they don't do the New Year, but they do like the.
I just for some reason felt like it was after Groundhog Day. You know what I mean? For some reason I thought that. It's right before Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is a ridiculous day to this day on the calendar. Just saying.
You know what? I never understood Groundhog Day.
Have a grand here. Actually, there's a few states. Actually, it even became popular up here, and I was a little weirded out by that. But anyway.
I never understood. You see a shadow, more winter. You don't see a shadow.
If the sun is out, everything sees the shadow. So that's and if you ever notice, there's 6 weeks left of winter. The exact amount of time left on the calendar dates until spring.
Yeah,
I mean,
for real.
I'm just thinking to myself, I hope that beaver bites you right in your face. How dare you spread propaganda year after year with Mr. Punxsutawney Phil? And by the way, he was illegally driving a car. Why is he still so revered? I am just shocked.
I am here.
But anyway, I mean, this is the the era of deletion. Punxsutawney Phil is still put on a pedestal, celebrated.
New tables?
No, it's the same tables.
Oh, okay.
He just happens to have face
To
paint.
see a complete list of
Oh,
champions
okay. I
from
thought he
each
was
respective
he
brand,
wearing
simply
group
type
tables.
Nope, same tables,
TAV.
just face paint.
WCW
Okay.
or YTD into the chat.
I mean, tables was never really much for change.
Yeah, he wasn't.
I was surprised he had face paint. So that's
Yeah,
to him that is change. I mean, it is change. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, I wonder what happened to him.
but have you seen tables in the ring? What the hell is he gonna change, anyways? If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, 'cause I wonder what happened to him.
By the way, I can't remember if there's anything in Inca contract, but I don't believe. I can't remember. Is there still talks underway about the new member of Public Enemy? Because I know there's Bishop B. White and we have Demon Razor, but we need that new, the little brother of. Is it Eddie Terror's brother?
Yeah,
Because there's so many factions growing, expanding, and adding family members. Like the Wolf Pack has the entire family of the Severns in there and extended branches of.
Leo
Apparently.
King, are you here? Leo King?
Yeah, Leo King, are you here?
I know Titan G here.
Titan G's here, I see that. Titan G's in the house! And Leo the King, if you are here, how dare you remain silent? That is ghastly. Somebody ban Leo the King upon him. immediately. Thank you.
So
I would appreciate that. That
Together
would give
we
good
will grow
vibes to the
strong and our
evening.
communities will remain
Actually, who
strong
else should
by
we
our
ban? We should just.
constant
Is there
support
somebody
for
we
one
can just pick
another's
right off the top of
endeavors.
our head and ban them as soon
With
as they
the
come in? That would be
said
great.
Bond,
There you
That'd
go.
be great.
you have finally banned the broadcaster.
Not the broadcaster. How dare
Congratulations.
you stir the pot already? We haven't
Even
even started the show
Brawler
yet.
couldn't do it.
Anyways, Boss Apollo, right before you come in, we were just, we haven't even hit the dirt sheet yet. We're probably going to get the show
Boss
started now at this
Apollo.
point before we get to the
Together
dirt
we
sheets because
will
we've
grow
already been kind of
strong and our
discussing some things. But
communities will remain
one of the
strong
main
by
things
our
we've been
constant
discussing is
support for one
the
another's
success of the
endeavors.
women's division, both
With the said
YTD
with.
Academy, Starcade, Wrestle Wars, and some of the greatest matches in Archer's history have actually come out of the women's division. You know, specifically, we've said it time and time again, Rose Brewer, the winningest superstar in Archer's history. She's won a lot of... I don't know if she's won the most championships. She's definitely the winningest superstar. Because you got Ashley Marie. I would have to do the math, but she's won a lot of championships, Ashley Marie has. So it would definitely... Leo the King is here.
A triple champion. I mean,
Triple Crown champion, yeah. Leo the King, can you go to the Inca contract section on Discord and put in the info for the... Is it the little brother of... is that right, boss, or is it the cousin,
So
uncle,
Leo,
aunt?
I think he said
Together
the
we
little
will
brother.
grow strong
Little
and
brother.
our
Little
communities
brother
will remain
of
strong
Eddie
by
Turner,
our
but the
constant
twin
support for
sister,
one another's endeavors.
Faces of Fear.
With the said with.
The twin sister of the Faces of Fear, but little brother... I'm so confused.
Me too.
Like, did
Okay, I'm
did
not the
anybody
only one that
else
heard
get
that, right?
confused? Okay, no. So so let me get this straight. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Let's back the truck up just a moment. Put it nicely between the lines in that parking spot, and hopefully it's not the handicapped parking spot because they get very angry about that. But so he's the twin sister of Nikita
Angry and
Razor,
Psycho are
but the
twins.
little brother of Eddie the Terror. Yeah, okay. So, is it safe to say he's a transgendered wrestler then?
Yeah. Leo King
Or-
got a lot of explaining to do here.
Why? Yeah, I mean, yep.
Oh, he
The
said
new
Angel
jackpot
and
number
Psycho
for
are
a chance
twins.
to win a channel redemption.
Sorry, who's
of your
twins?
Choices.
Angel
069.
Terror
The number to win
and,
a YTD
Oh,
championship
so
match
but yeah,
is
but you
0.
said Faces of Fear, so I assumed it was Nikita Razor he was talking about.
Oh, well, you call when we call her Faces of... Oh, we call her Three Faces of Fear. My bad.
Oh, gotcha. See, I was thinking Olivia Payne, Nikita Razor. That's
Oh, yeah,
why.
so we call...
So okay, so twin. So he's the twin brother of the Three Faces of Fear,
Yeah.
and the little brother of Eddie's. Okay, well that's all right. Well, you know, I mean, not that I had a problem either way. I was just wanting to make sure I had everything clear because I heard twin sister of Faces of Fear and little brother of so Eddie the Terror, and that was a whole lot of confusion there. So we wanted to make sure
Yeah, it was.
you know. So, anyways, now that we've got that straight,
Yeah, I do agree. The women's division had, tell you the truth, the women's division again looked like with the groups and the tag team divisions and
yeah.
a lot of women stepping up. Like it's been a lot of excitement in the women's division.
Oh, big time! Like I said, I
About
think
do it now.
thinking back, I think I'm pretty sure that we could be pretty confident in saying that the women's division has produced some of the most exciting matches. I'm not saying that they've produced all the exciting matches. What I'm saying is that a lot of great matches have come out of the women's division. Like, think about it, the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match, which I believe didn't even take place. I'd have to go back and look. I believe that didn't even take place until the Archerverse 2.0. There were so many things that the women's division slowly started doing and revolutionized their own division in many different ways, from singles division to tag team division. So, but, I mean, and nobody could knock the men's division. I mean, look at some of the fantastic matches from way back in the Archerverse 1.0. You had Severn versus Simmons, Severn versus Hart, the Coalition versus Demolition. So many great matches throughout time, tons of funk. Again, I wasn't saying the men's division hasn't,
boys versus
right?
everybody.
Yeah, including themselves. Including themselves, which nobody could explain, but we didn't want to ask either, because, I mean, if they'll beat each other up, they'll definitely punch us in the face, and that's not happening. So we do not get paid well enough for that, so we take the big fat 0. But, yeah, they were a phenomenal tag team led by...
Joshua Dabbs.
Yep, Joshua Dabbs and Team Dabbs. Yeah. Miss Dabbs. He was a fantastic part of the community. Well, he's still part of the community technically. He's just, he's busy in life. I believe he does eventually plan to start streaming now and again once in a while at some point, but he hasn't quite got there yet.
That would be awesome.
Well, he had a new career. He had a career change, right? So that's what happened there. He didn't just up and screw up.
Is that what it was? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, he had a career change, and he's just been busy. So,
yeah,
I mean, which still, he's usually in, KJ stream or JNAG, or you can find him in Key stream some mornings. I don't think lately, but, because I'm usually on Key stream every morning, especially when I'm getting the girls ready for the bus, so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah. We just had some amazing stuff over the years.
It's too bad we're missing so much pre-100.
Dropped some tiny little beautiful gems on the most must
so annoying.
So many opportunities to watch Archer get kicked in the balls.
Oh my god, that happened a lot, right? Over and over again, time and time again. It's like... He just really was spiteful against Elijah Archer, that's for sure. Spiteful.
Archer opens mouth, gets kicked in the balls.
And then, of course, infamously, the Archerverse 1.0 ate itself, quite literally. And then to find out, then to come to find out that was a natural happening occurrence with a lot of different people, and I was like, nobody warned me about that before I bought this game. Now, to be fair, I had that game quite a long time and never had any issues, but it just happened to be that was the time, apparently, for the game to self-destruct, if you will. Self-destruct it did.
Honeybee Wrestling, thank you so much for the bits.
Honeybee Wrestling. Yeah, some tiny little beautiful gems. Floor, they are sparkling and shiny. It's actually kind of bright. Can somebody sweep those up, please? Where's Bromer? Bromer! Somebody, we need a broom and somebody to actually push it, because I'm not doing it. But, this is... It's glittering in here like an episode of Twilight. I appreciate the bits, but that is blinding. It's hurting my eyes.
You're welcome.
Stop it. But yeah, so the women's division is awesome. And what I was going to say also is the addition of Team Queen Bee, which is Honeybee Wrestling. They had their debut today. For those that have just started coming in, Honeybee.
Very successful debut.
Oh, yeah. In the doghouse with Team Dogface. Came in and inked a contract and immediately reported to YTD Academy for a matchup. Well, Rhea Ripley decided she would like to be the one to welcome, from the Judgment Day, of course, Rhea Ripley would like to welcome Honeybee to the ring, to the squared circle here at the Archerverse. And not even a blink of an eye, not a hesitation. I mean, it was just a thumbs up, a pen to a contract, and she walked out the door, and then the match happened several hours later. And what a debut. Like, poor Rhea Ripley. Like, I don't know what we did. We unleashed a monster in the women's division, I think. Because, like I said to Glenola earlier, I'm not even sure Rhea Ripley had a moment where she thought, hey, did I just hear the bell ring to start this match? Because as soon as the bell rang, she got met in the temple with a boot to the skull by Honeybee, who very quickly took control and literally dominated that match and took out Rhea Ripley. It was smoking hot. Very, very cool. And by the way, Honeybee Wrestling, congratulations for that. That was a fantastic debut. Really, really awesome. Golden Gamer. Oh, Golden Gamer hit 100 followers. Can we get some congratulations in the chat room for Golden Gamer, please? That is awesome. A member of our community is climbing that chain of command. That is fantastic. Way to go, Golden Gamer. By the way, a big thank you to everybody.
Together
The
we
Archivers
will grow
finally hit
strong and our
400
communities will
subscribers
remain
on
strong by our
YouTube.
constant support
We are
for one another's
on our way
endeavors.
to monetization,
With the
which of course gives us additional
Thanks
tools
and
when we're
congrats, Golden
broadcasting over at the Shark Tank and running our
7666.
shows.
Having fun
We are
watching
doing
you.
very, very well. We are en route. We are definitely in
Honeybee
2023
Wrestling,
good
thanks, Honeybee,
monetize over
means a
on
lot to
YouTube.
any.
YTD Academy has
Golden
been
Gamer
a lot of fun. So much fun. Added an extra
7666101
element to the Archiverse as our development league. We develop not just talent that comes in,
Thank
but we're
you.
also developing talent that's already been here. Maybe they had a bit of a rough go on Starrcade or Wrestle Wars, so they've been removed from that roster and placed in YTD Academy to get a bit of a rejuvenation,
Hi-yo.
see if they can get back in that win column. And of course, as the new season begins next week, exact, be it our episode of Wrestle Wars, which has been rebranded, by the way, with a
Mortar.
brand new arena, new logos. Well, somewhat new logos. It is now Wrestle Wars Genesis, and it is going to be a brand new show in itself. But what I did is Starrcade also has a brand new arena, a fresh new look for the new season, and I can't wait to unveil that. But we also have reduced the rosters on Wrestle Wars and Starrcade. For instance, there is only about 114 roster members for Wrestle Wars, and we're down to 89 for Starrcade, and that is simply because some of the superstars that were showcased throughout the last season, you know, they had their ups and downs, and they had some losing streaks, so they've been removed from the main roster, and they are solely on YTD Academy until they can regain some momentum and get back
Hey,
to the
Arthur,
shows,
your
just
shows
like
are
the new people.
1000
So it is not just
0010.
newcomers coming in to the Archiverse that are over at YTD Academy having matches, winning championships, forming alliances, tag teams over there. It is also our veterans that are looking to revive their careers or having a bit of a streak of bad luck and they want to turn things around. So YTD Academy is a fantastic place full of great matches. And of course, as soon as the new season begins, not only will we continue to have our dark matches throughout the week, but don't forget 3 Saturdays a month, and only 3 because that one weekend a month we have our stream previews, and YTD Academy is does not air live that week, but because that's our final push week. But we will have our brand new season of YTD Academy live 3 Saturdays every month over at the Shark Tank on YouTube. So, if you are new to the Archiverse or newer to the Archiverse and you have not already subscribed and become one of those 400 subscribers over on YouTube, if somebody could drop the YouTube link so they can go ahead and subscribe. That way, when we go live on YouTube or when you see our dark matches pop up for viewing, you can get those immediately on any device, no matter where you are. And of course, I also post them in the dark matches section on the Archiver's Discord as so. And by the way, Honeybee Wrestling, yo, Stomp on Me 123 is in the house. What's going on, Stomp on Me? How was the rest of your show, my friend? I seen that you were live doing your thing, rocking and rolling. How's the rest of your show? Can we get a shout out for Stomp on Me, please? Krondos BR. Yo, Krondos BR. Whoops. Sorry about the crickets. I was a, you know,
I'm just trying to tell jokes.
I'm trying to tell jokes. Krondos BR. How you doing, my friend? Awesome. Ted Cobb doing absolutely fantastic. As you know, became the world champion at the Archiverse Wrestle Wars. I mean, how fantastic is that? Krondo says, acknowledge me. We are definitely acknowledging Ted Cobb. We are not acknowledging you, sir, because all you... I mean, you're a great manager, but, I mean, he did all the work. You know? He did all the work, and what a fantastic job he did in that tournament to become the world champion on Wrestle Wars. Ted Cobb. Awesome Ted Cobb from Team Krondos BR. Congratulations again. That was awesome. Golden Gamer.
You were talking about the Honeybee match. From the time that they started their entrances till the match was over is 2 minutes 47 seconds.
2 minutes and 47 seconds of a honeybee ass whooping. Isn't that something?
Yeah, and that's including entrances.
including entrances, yeah. Including entrances. Fantastic. I mean, and we had other people debut. We had Mnemonic's debut today. That was a fantastic matchup in itself. Did he face Dolph Ziggler? I'm trying to think back now.
Mnemonics was up against LA Knight.
LA Knight, that's right. It was LA Knight that he faced. And that was a good match. Very good match. LA Knight did attempt to pick up an early victory, but it didn't go his way. Who was it that faced Dolph Ziggler?
Jalen Wilson.
Jalen Wilson, that's who it was. That's correct. All right. Another good match and victory by the debuting Jalen Wilson. So, I mean, it was a great day for debuts over at YTD Academy. And, of course, there was other matchups at YTD Academy as well. It was just some fantastic matches all day long. And, of course, we ended up with our Legends match to end the day for YTD Academy matchups. We had Macho Man Randy Savage defending his Legends Championship in a TAV lockdown match with King Kong Bundy. And that was a fantastic match in itself if you haven't already seen it. So... but anyways, before we get any further discussions going, I'm sure we got lots to discuss. We got the dirt sheets to check out, and I'm sure we have lists for the Between the Ropes segments. But I think it's time to get the show on the go, get this championship on the line, and get episode number 431 crack-a-lackin'. What do you think? Are you guys ready to roll? Boss Apollo, what about you?
Let's rock.
Let's rock. All right,
Let's
so
rock, but not roll.
For those in attendance and the billions watching around the world, episode number 431 live.
Superstar. Today, Joe Link is China.
Let's go. Here we go. Fatal four-way elimination matchup
China.
For the YTD Academy Tag Team Wrestling Championships. Truth and Consequences, the Hardcore Icon Tables, and his partner in crime, Darby Allin, taking on Codex and one of the most feared men in professional wrestling, Carino Sinister Farmer. They are the Wolfpack from Wrestle Wars. We have the Weapons of Mass Destruction, BB King, the Samoan Lion, Big Baba Bruno from Team Soul Embers, teaming up one more time with the man called Drek, as they all look to dethrone the now long-time YTD Academy Tag Team Wrestling Champions, Phenomenal Soul, the Soul Man, Jay Simmons from Team J Negative Gaming, and of course, the phenomenal Joe Link from Team Joe Lincoln. Actually, his name is Joe Lincoln. His name is Joe Link is the team. I always get those two confused. I think it's because the names are too similar. How dare they have similar names? I think we should just ban them both. Ban Joe Lincoln, ban Joe Link. Oh, no, we don't need to ban Joe Link. He's a great mod. We'll keep him. We'll just ban Joe Lincoln. We'll ban Joe Lincoln because, I mean, let's face it, Jay Simmons has other tag team partners he can choose from. There's Jay Lethal, right?
Echo Joe Link.
They now have the OG,
So
Kurt
Joe
Jordan, back
Together
on the
we
roster,
will
ready to
grow
roll. So,
strong
I
and
mean,
our communities will remain strong
we
by
could
our
ban Joe
constant
Lincoln.
support for one another's endeavors.
But anyways, their title is on the
Exactly.
line, and they have three teams looking to dethrone them and beat them down en route to taking those tag team titles. I am
Thanks
going to
for
open
the
up the
shout-out.
betting lines right now because the betting lines have been open, so give me a moment while I do that. But, Galonola, tell me, what do you think about this
To see a
matchup?
complete list of champions from each respective brand, simply type TAV.
I think you're on mute there, Galonola.
WCW or
Sorry about that.
YTD into the chat.
How
The
dare
talent in
you?
that ring
He
is
sent
going to
wrong.
be just unbelievable. And when you really think about the battle, Codex
Echo no.
versus Tables,
So-
just the two of them, going at it. I mean, every time the
Well,
two
he's
of them
got that.
have faced,
He's got that strong style of wrestling. It's almost like watching a Japanese buzzsaw, if you will.
yeah. But every time those two have met, it has been just an amazing match in and of itself. And then you throw in Carino Farmer. You throw in the Soul Man, who you well know is the Wolfman's most respected adversary.
Yep. to this day, but I mean for good reason, and we've told that story time and time again, but feel free.
Just, you know, the most brutal, the two of them had the most brutal match in Archerverse history.
The following contest is a fatal
Codex the Barbarian. That is so ghastly. I cannot believe the things that the professor comes up with from week to week, or not necessarily just week to week, sometimes month to month, but I mean, if you can't beat him, join him. And I'm not saying that we should dress up in cosplay, Granola, but we may as well enjoy whatever it is he's coming up with next at this point, because let's face it, he's so over with the fans, it's ridiculous. I mean, he's selling everything from lingerie to lunchboxes, so I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Way to go, Codex. Team Froggy Mothlegs, rock and rolling.
Turn around, I mean, he's doing these cosplays and all this, having fun.
So Golden Gamer
But when he gets going in that
76766.
ring,
Together we will grow
he
strong
locks
and
onto
our
that,
communities will
alpha
remain
particle.
strong by our
Disciple
constant
of
support
Darkness
for
in the
one
house.
another's
What's going on, my friend? Welcome in. Episode number 431, just getting underway.
Together
What's
we
going
will
on?
grow
How was your
strong and our
Christmas?
communities
Are you
will
ready for
remain
New Year's?
strong
Do you
by
have
our
plans? As a matter of fact, does
constant
anybody
support
have
for
plans
one
for New Year's?
another's
What is everybody doing for New Year's
with the
Eve?
said gift.
Do you guys have loved ones you're going to get to?
Darkness.
You're going to be streaming.
Together we will grow strong in our communities.
So
will
we all
remain
know that on
strong
New
by
Year's
our
Eve,
constant
as of right
support
now,
for one
nobody
another's
has an
endeavors.
excuse
With the said gift.
not to be over at the Glanolaverse, because that's where we're all going to be New Year's
Right
Eve.
now, watching you,
Yep.
hitting
Watching him do his
200
thing.
followers.
he'll be over part of the Glamolaverse, and who knows, the Glenalians might even show.
The Glenalians. Oh my God, no. Joe Link, did you hear that? We need to start banning Glenalians immediately. They are disgusting, vile, ghastly creatures. I say no to Glenalians. They are not welcome. That's right, boo the Glenalians. I don't know who did that, but that was right on cue, kind of. Appreciate that. Appreciate the vibes. Yo, Snorhawk64 in the house. What's going on, Snorhawk? Welcome in. How was your holidays? Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Chinese New Year. I mean, whatever it is you celebrate.
Constant support for one another's
Hey,
endeavors.
there's Snorhawk.
With the said gift. Watch time.
Golden
I'll tell
Gamer.
you, I don't know what is more disturbing.
I mean, you can try that. I don't know if I have that on, Golden Gamer. Glenola, can you get that to work? I don't know. I don't even know if we have that.
His skills, his talent, that's what helped him to
The
earn
new
this
I don't
jackpot
think
number
we have that.
I mean,
is
you-
I don't know how to do that
redemption of your choices.
Yeah, I don't think we do that one.
069.
Golden
The
Gamer,
number
you
to
can
win
see
a
how long
TV
you've been a follower by
championship
doing
match is
exclamation point
0.
follow. But I don't think we have watch time. I don't think it's really something we've ever paid attention to.
Follow.
I don't know.
Oh, look at this. Joe
which
Link.
is more disturbing.
1 year, 5 months, 8 days, 11 hours. Carino Farmer is always ghastly to look at. I mean, look at him.
There are
But
some
which is
amazing
more
and fun
disturbing,
channel
the
rewards
original
to choose from if you
Or
are the
this
same.
new Credo Farmer.
I mean, to be fair, I think they're both equally as disturbing. I don't want really to sit down at a dinner table with either one.
Superstar and
It's
become
just
a difference
one
sticking to
member
us.
of the Wolfpack Horsemen.
The Wolfpack Horsemen, the newly dubbed, they're not just the Wolfpack anymore. They are the Wolfpack Horsemen.
You know, War, Credo Farmer, you know, Omega.
Superstar.
The Omega.
Honeybee Wrestling is G.
Yo, Honeybee is Jay Uso.
But I'd say the opposition has looked just as good.
And then they just added a mystery fourth member.
Snorhawk with a 297.
Today,
No go.
Snorhawk 64 is
Unlucky.
HH.
Don't forget, you can play that 2 times, Snorhawk. There's 2 sets of numbers. Snorhawk has been following for 1 year, 2 months, 7 days, 22 hours. Snorhawk with a 315, unlucky as well. Sorry about that, man.
There are some amazing
Sorry
fun channel
about
rewards
your
to
damn luck.
choose from if you are the
135. That's
maybe in playable range.
no, it's definitely in play because the one number is 090.
That's why I couldn't remember for sure. But
Yeah, so that one is in range. So who was that? Honeybee that got that? It was Honeybee. Yep. So Honeybee, right now you are in the lead because how it works here, Honeybee, is you don't have to get the number right exactly on the dot, if you will. But by the end of the show, you have to be the closest within 50 points to the number to win either the YTD Academy Championship opportunity or the Channel Redemption Reward, which gives you the opportunity to choose any Channel Redemption of your choosing at no cost.
and that's the and right now she's in the running for that championship. And could you imagine second match
winning it, right?
Having a title shot.
Honeybee getting a title shot 2 matches in would be ghastly. But he could have, I mean, look what, anytime somebody from Team Dogface waltzes into the Archerverse, there's some sort of chaotic happening. So, I mean, would it really surprise you if that actually happened?
Not at all. And have a great night, Snorhawk.
Snorhawk! Absolutely, thanks for being here, Snorhawk. Snorhawk, of course, still on vacay from the Air Force. And if nobody has already, again, thank you for your services, Snorhawk 64. One of the true heroes of the world. All right, so far we have a YTD Academy Championship up, potentially going to Honeybee Wrestling.
Yeah, I don't got 158.
158, yeah.
Play. Honeybee Wrestling, your numbers are 2,
Yep.
3, 7. Good luck, Honeybee Wrestling. There are some amazing and fun channel awards to choose from.
But anyways, while we're sitting here, we may as well have a look at the dirt sheets and see what's going on, I suppose. We've been talking about the women's division. We've been talking about how great some of the matches were from the Archerverse 1.0 going forward and everything from singles division to tag team division. But what is going on in the world of pro wrestling? Let's have a look, shall we? Have you had a look yet, boss? Do you know what's going on?
I'm going to look right now as we speak.
He eludes the contact.
What's up?
Here's something interesting from Wrestling News Inc. from about 59 minutes ago, actually. So this is David Bixenspan, WrestlingInc.com. And it says Shinsuke Nakamura explains how he got WWE permission for a match against the Great Muta. So this Sunday, New Year's Day, Pro Wrestling Noah is promoting one of its biggest shows in recent memory, Noah the New Year. It's part of a retirement tour for the Great Muta. The biggest match on the show features Muta, last seen by U.S. fans at AEW Rampage Grand Slam, taking on current WWE main roster star and former New Japan Pro Wrestling stalwart Shinsuke Nakamura. On Tuesday, Encounter published an interview with Nakamura about the match, and one of the main topics was not just how the match came together, but how it wouldn't have been possible 6 months ago when Vince McMahon was in charge of WWE's creative instead of Paul Triple H Levesque. He was like, I was like, no way, I couldn't believe it. I didn't think it would happen, Nakamura explained, translation via Deep Elf. It was something that would never have happened under the previous structure of WWE. Noah came to me with the idea and we talked about it, but my answer was no. Vince stepped down in the summer and I was advised by people within the company that it might be possible now. I still thought it would be difficult, but I talked directly to Triple H. When the decision was actually made, I was shocked. Asked how other WWE wrestlers reacted to the news, Nakamura said it was universally positive. In today's terms, it was a buzz, he said. Someone said, I can't believe it, and others said, good for you. I was happy as if it were my own. WWE superstars compete within WWE's worldview, but they don't and can't imagine stepping outside of it. In that sense, I thought to myself, laughing, I have it all. Muta, as Keiji Muto, and Nakamura both got their starts in New Japan Pro Wrestling, each being members of groups that were dubbed the promotion's three Musketeers, Muto, Shinya Hashimoto, and Masahiro Chono in the 1990s, and Nakamura, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Katsuyori Shibata in the 2000s. Muto and Nakamura have had two previous singles matchups, both IWGP heavyweight title matches in 2008, with Muto winning both. Noah the New Year airs live on Wrestle Universe streaming service on January the 1st, if anybody wants to check that out. So that's interesting. And I think it's very cool for Shinsuke Nakamura, who, you know, the great Muta happens to be an icon to him, right? So that's awesome that he was able to get the go-ahead for that. Are you familiar with the great Muta at all?
I know who the great Muta is.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Great competitor from everything I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, one of the OG kings of strong style.
Fireman's carry. Oh my gosh! Runs into the post. Sliding back into the action.
What about you? Are you familiar with Muta?
Tell you the truth, this is my first time hearing it. Tell you the truth, this is my first time hearing about it.
Interesting. I mean, that's definitely somebody you want to check out some of his matches from. I mean, he's wrestled in pretty much every promotion you can think of, too, for that matter.
He wrestled in WWE?
Yep, he has definitely wrestled in WWE as well.
What was his name on WWE? The same?
I believe he was still the Great Muta, yeah. I was going to say, if you could fact check that. So what were you going to say? You saw something in the dirt sheets?
It says Dragon Lee sides with WWE.
Wait, who?
Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee?
Yep, Dragon Lee.
Okay. Does it say who that is, where they come from?
One of the top effective wrestlers in the world has signed WWE. It says report that Dragon Lee has signed with the company. The report said that he signed a deal earlier this month and he will start January. No word exact date, but the word is that he will start on NXT brand. Lee had been a champion in several major promotions, including New Japan Wrestling, Ring of Honor, AAA.
Now, was that his name there too? Because I just don't know if I know it. Dragon Lee, but I pay attention to New Japan. That's the funny part.
This is a huge deal for WWE, and they have been looking for years for the vet fit. With Spanish stars, they can boost ratings like Eddie Guerrero ratings. Lee can also help with the company plan to expand NXT brand with the company.
Not to be a Debbie Downer, but they said this very same thing when they were trying to get us all to invest in Sin Cara. So, but anyways, go ahead and continue.
The Dragon Lee is a tremendous talent that will immediately add value to NXT Rock. James Kimmel, WWE head of talent strategy and operates in a statement to ESPN. This signing of WWE renewed an amazing talent. I don't know. I gotta look him up. I never heard of Dragon Lee before. And you would know them?
I believe Carino Farmer just got eliminated.
I haven't either.
Keeps this match going. You can just see how much this
was it Carino Farmer?
How much one is willing to go
yeah, I believe it was.
I never heard of Dragon Lee before.
I haven't. But again, like, follow a lot of the newer stuff. So
either I don't even really know.
Hey Archer, we were wrong.
And I also believe War of the Machine has been eliminated.
War wasn't in this one.
Or not War of the Machine. Codex, sorry. Oh no, there's Codex right there. A few people have been eliminated. You see, we've been so busy talking about what's going on with the great Muta New Japan. We haven't been, so we need Joe Link to let us know what's going on with this matchup. Who's been eliminated, Joe? I mean, we know that Carino Sinister Farmer has been eliminated.
No, Muda never wrestled WCW.
I believe Joe Lincoln has been eliminated. Wow. What is even going on right now?
Yeah, Muda never was in the WWE as a wrestler.
I thought he was. I thought he wrestled.
I thought so too, but he was in WCW.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Well, I knew it was one of them.
Yeah.
Was it the same name? WCW?
Yeah, he went by Great Muda back in 89 to 90, and then he went back to New Japan. Did some time in IWGP. Was part of the NWO Japan. He returned to WCW for sporadic appearances from 90 to 99. Yeah, it was Muda.
No, I know what. Tell you the truth, I watched WCW.
Wow, Codex just tapped it. The Hardcore Icon tables. I think it is down to Jay Simmons from Phenomenal Soul and Codex.
Could be.
Yeah, no, it is. I'm pretty sure. Like, unless somebody's outside the ring, still down on the mats, we are down to the Wolfpack versus Phenomenal Soul here.
Here we go.
Anything can happen in this match now. I mean, they both are willing to do whatever it takes to win.
Well, and Codex has been being guided by the arch nemesis of the Soulman Jay Simmons, the Wolfman Alan Severn, who, by the way, has got to be great. Whoa, there it is. He knocked him out. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winners of the match and new YTD Academy Tag Team Wrestling Champions from Team Froggy Moth Legs. And, of course,
Wolfpack got the title again.
They did, yes. But anyways, and from Team Cornhusk Show, Carino Sinister Farmer, they are the Wolfpack Wrestle Wars, and they are your new YTD Academy Tag Team Wrestling Champions. Fantastic matchup. I did not expect that, though, I got to be honest. I thought if Phenomenal Soul didn't retain, I thought for sure that match was probably going. I thought Truth and Consequences. I really did. I believe they were going to pull it off somehow. I don't know why, but I was wrong, so it doesn't matter.
The one thing to remember about Deck, he wasn't trained so much by his uncle Alan.
That was so weird when you call Wolfman Alan Severn Uncle Alan. I mean, and you know Poindexter does it all the time. It's just every time I see it, I'm like, how ghastly is that family?
He was trained more by his other uncle. He was trained more by War.
Well, I mean, that's not any better. The story of the professor did not get any better with that sentiment. But anyways,
well, but it gives you an idea of why he can stand up to these people twice his size. He was trained by a monster.
Dude, I think he's taking on guys much bigger than just twice his size. I mean, have you seen some of the people that he's beaten? Now, to be fair, they're probably all in complete shock because, they're expecting, the Professor Poindexter, and they show up to Riddle Dexter, Penguin Dexter, Codex. I mean, they don't know what to do. They're just shocked. They're like, we come to the wrong space. Is this not an episode of Wrestle Wars or Starrcade or whatever they happen to be wrestling? It's like a deer in headlights, and, Poindexter just simply takes advantage of that and beats them down. But he is awesome to watch, though.
Yeah. Actually, Krondos, it was all Elijah Archer's fault for making fun of his original.
That's kind of true, to be fair. Archer was, of course, famously documented as poking fun backstage of because I mean when Poindexter first came into the Archerverse, the Seb plays games in the house. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here, my friend. When he first came in, he was of course wearing that lab coat, and he had those glasses and they were a pair of what were they, running shoes, weren't they?
I believe so.
High cut running shoes, and we made fun that he looked like, Marty McFly just stole Doc Brown's glasses and trench coat. So we called him Marty McFly forever. So eventually he decided to become spiteful about the whole thing. He eventually dressed up as Marty McFly, even called himself Marty McFly, and it didn't stop there. He has annoyed us for weeks and months by turning Wrestle Wars specifically into the largest cosplay epicenter in the world. It is absolutely ghastly. But again, if it's not broke, don't fix it, because Poindexter, Codex, whatever you want to call him, he is a phenom in his own right. He is definitely a mystical being, if you will. Seriously.
Oh, somebody that will be a legend. I mean, when he becomes eligible to join the Legends, I mean, he will be a first-round ballot. I am positive of that.
Oh, for sure. Go ahead and issue the payout for the last match here. Just give me a moment. All right, so the Wolfpack, your new YTD Academy Tag Team Wrestling Champion. That was a fantastic match, but I got to tell you again, I did not expect.
You had me distracted. I forgot to place a bet. Nobody bet on the Wolfpack.
3,000 Archiver's bucks just got distributed, and I don't know where that went, but not to anybody's wallet.
YTD Grand Prix Champion, Mitchell Von Team Dogface Submission Champion, the Judge Team Reaper Sealed the European Champion, Nathan North Team Illuster.
All right, so fantastic first matchup. Congratulations again to the Wolfpack, to Team Froggy Mothlegs, and to Team Cornhusk Show. They have become the new YTD Academy Tag Team Wrestling Champions. Absolutely fantastic. Great way to set the tone for the evening, which of course is always the point of the opening match, is why it is so important. The first match is just as important as the final match of the night, because it sets the tone and gets that electricity flowing, gets people's blood pumping for the evening, if you will. So, here we go. The feature of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are here for is the Archiver's Women's World Wrestling Championship Gold Rush Tournament. So let's get to it right now. Without further ado, let's go. Let's have a look at this quarterfinals bracket. And look at this. Here we go. In the top of the quarterfinals, from Team Joe Link, we've got Amber Extreme taking on the ninth wonder of the world, China. Second match, the winningest superstar in Archiver's history, from the Wolfpack Gals, Rose Brewer from Team Distinct Cone taking on Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
We utilize the game engine to create
matchup number 3, straight out of the doghouse from Team Dogface. It is Claire Lee taking on Angelina Love from the Beautiful People. And last but not least, the bottom of the quarterfinals from Team Boss Apollo, the Freak Nikita Razor entering this tournament and taking on Britt Baker DMD, also representing Team Joe Link. Technically, Team Joe Link has 2 members. Well, not technically. He really does have 2 members from his team in this tournament. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened. They are a sneaky, conniving little team. I sometimes wonder if they're related to the Wolfpack. But anyways, what a fantastic quarterfinals, and of course they are all looking for the right to fight and right to try and dethrone the first ever in Archiver's history Women's World Triple Crown Champion from Team AMC Me. She is the Diamond, the newest barbarian on the block, Ashley Marie. And again, Glenola, what a resurgence in her career since being called upon, being howled at, if you will, and called to the pack. The only pack. The Wolf Pack.
9mm.
I mean, I don't know who made that initial call, but man, what a decision that was.
Oh, definitely.
045.
And I would say, first off, welcome Resilient Live.
7
Who got 045?
Oh, somebody got 045.
I'm pretty sure I just heard 045.
127.
No. They were talking. Jolly made the comment. We have biggest women's faction and all high caliber wrestlers.
Oh, okay, I see it.
9mm, 45, 762.
I didn't have the dashboard right in front of me, so I was confused. I was like, wow.
Play.
Because, I mean, that would have been the first person to come close to that 069 in forever.
There are some amazing and fun channel rewards.
All right, so let's get the betting line open for the first matchup in the quarterfinals. Just give me 1 second.
Your numbers are 6.
So who moves on to the semifinals? Is it going to be Dangerous Amber Extreme?
Channel rewards to choose from if you are the chose.
Or
Play.
Is it going to be the 9th wonder of the world, China? It is the best 2 out of 3 falls, and you're going to have 5 minutes to make your bets.
Rewards to choose from if you are the chose.
And there we go. Betting lines are officially open. You can go ahead and start making your bets.
Superstar.
So without further ado, the first matchup in the quarterfinals.
Low dice.
Dangerous Amber Extreme versus the 9th wonder of the world, China.
Okay. I'm
Let's
making
go.
prediction.
I know, right? Ain't coming tonight.
I'm going with Amber Extreme.
Okay.
Rose Brewer.
How can you go with Amber Extreme and Rose Brewer? Oh, you're doing the quarterfinals here. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went right over my head at the beginning. Sorry about that.
Of course, my screen changed. I lost the name.
So we get Amber Extreme, Rose Brewer, Claire Lay, number 3. Okay, and your final for the quarterfinals.
Britt Baker.
Ooh, those are good picks. So Team
Glenola. It's going to be Rose Brewer versus Claire Lay.
Ooh.
Rose Brewer versus Ashley Marie.
God damn, teammate versus teammate. That would be vicious, but that would be one hell of a match, wouldn't it? The Viking versus the Diamond. Teammates. I mean, that would be a fantastic match, and of course it would be simply for competitive nature. They are not enemies in any way. Obviously they are tag team partners, but what a match that would be. All right, well, while these guys make their way to the ring, I'm quickly going to make my way to the facilities. I'll be right back, but do enjoy the beginning of the match, or at least, the entrances. It is a beautiful thing. Amber Extreme making her way to the ring.
The following contest is
But I'll be right back. Boss Apollo, Glenola, you've got the helm. Tell some jokes. Tell some lies. I don't care. Just don't pull down your underwear, because I'll get violations for that. So, anyways, I'll be right back.
The WWE Universe more than ready to see this one start.
Joey, that's true. If Amber and Britt made it, that'd be teammate versus teammate as well.
We all know it ain't gonna happen.
She is physically
I know,
and
but-
mentally prepared
Yeah, I know.
task in hand in tonight's match.
But I do hope everyone has had just a great month so far, and So, boss, how's everything been going?
So far, it's been going all right. So far, I had going all right. I had a good stream yesterday.
Glad to hear it.
Here comes China. And from Redondo Beach,
Now, I'm just curious, are you still working for an affiliate, or have you visited? I missed that.
Oh, I gotta do my Baker confirmation.
for women's wrestling. Who's made history.
Oh, you're right there, okay.
So I tried to do it on my phone,
Yeah, what a career.
but it just kept loading and loading and loading. So I figured I might have to go to the library and do it on the computer.
right.
So once I do that, then I should be to the next step to get my
And a women's
my
champion.
point started, my butt started, and my
And women's championships in WWE. And tonight,
Glad to hear it.
China looks to
I know. Yeah, they had a poll yesterday to see what I'm gonna name my corns. So everybody decided on boss. What was it? Boss money.
And of all the possible
I
matchups in
feel
this tournament,
bad.
I'd say we've got one of the best in front of us right now. Look, I'll admit I've had my fingers crossed.
Yeah, everybody
that it
picked
work out
boss
this
money.
way. This one has real show-stealing potential.
So, congratulations on that.
Oh my goodness!
Frank
From the
appreciate
ground
it.
up.
Once I do that, then I'll be ready
I'm
to
bringing
set.
Franz Archer.
Here we go.
The Simon Leclerc has invaded the compound and joined Archer's
Simon
army with 4 viewers.
Leclerc.
You are
Leclerc?
following the very best in fantasy wrestling
Archer
excellence
just stepped
online
away to use
period.
the
Welcome
facilities.
to the
He'll
Lodestone
be right
Lobby.
back.
Skipping
Hey,
the
Mama,
rest.
sure.
Weaken your
You
arm.
are
Hey,
following the very
I'm
best in fantasy
2786.
wrestling excellence bar
Welcome.
none period. Welcome to the Lodestone to Simon Leclerc.
And now she's climbing
What's
the
been
top
going no
top.
guys? That's that. Okay. What is up?
She can do
Lazy.
it here.
Soulmaze 2786.
Yeah, we're
Together we will grow strong and our communities
here
will
for Archer to
remain
get
strong
back
by
up.
our constant support for one another's endeavors. With that said, quick.
Competitors are usually focused on getting
Superstar.
one fall, so how do they
Today,
shift that
finisher
mentality going into a
25825 is
2-out-of-3
Chris
match, Corey?
Jericho.
It might be beneficial for them to think of it
Surfacing on
more in
Oakland.
line with
Together we will grow strong and our communities will remain strong by our constant support for one another's
yeah.
endeavors. With that said, quick.
Done with ease.
Joe Link Friends.
Right now we got a tournament going for
Foot just stomping
women's
down.
right. I think it's sure. This is I think it's the TAV channel.
Nice float over with a DDT.
Women's
That offense
impact.
taking a toll on her. Climbing up to the top now.
Who else in the semis?
Brace for this impact. Like a guillotine.
I think Joe is feeling his wallet drain already.
I have returned. What's new and exciting? What have I
Oh, we
missed?
had a raid from the Simon Leclerc.
Simon Leclerc invading the compound. What's going on? How was your stream? Welcome into episode number 431. Here at the Archiverse, this is not one of our regular season shows. Our new season actually begins next Wednesday night. First episode of Wrestle Wars Genesis. We've got freshly looked for our two main brands, Starrcade and Wrestle Wars. It's going to be a phenomenal time. A good way to start off the new season. But this is a tournament, a Gold Rush tournament for the Women's World Championship, and we're well underway. The ninth wonder in the world, China versus Dangerous Amber Extreme from Team Joe Link. And so far, what a slobber knocker it's been. Back and forth contest. I've missed a little bit of it. I don't know what's happened in my absence. But anyways, welcome in. Thanks for joining the Fam Jam. What's new and exciting? And if you haven't already, make sure you smash that follow button. That way when we go live, you can catch our shows in its entirety and have a good time with one of the greatest communities here on Twitch. And I think I speak for everyone when I say that. Granola, boss.
systematic
Definitely.
attack on that shoulder.
And can we get some shout-outs? We got all kinds of people in here enjoying the show right now, so we want to make sure we acknowledge everybody. Joe Link, thank you for giving the shout-outs to everybody. Joe Link, the greatest mod in the business today. I mean, I think he's even reached Bromer level at this point.
Superstar switch up.
He's getting there.
He's getting there, for sure.
I don't know if you want to say that he's reached Bromer level.
Superstar and become a different superstar.
Bromer might be lurking.
He could be lurking, yeah. He'd immediately be trying to ban the broadcaster. But 4 villains have come in on this raid, so I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by. And Simon Leclerc, thank you very much for the raid. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you taking the time to stop by. Enjoy the show and have a little chat time, chit-chat with the Fam Jam. Appreciate you. Maze, what's going on? Maze is in the house. What is going on, my friend? But yeah, thank you very much, Simon Leclerc. Appreciate you very much. Simon Leclerc says, I will. Big thanks. No, thank you, sir. Thank you for taking the time to stop in and enjoy the show with us and have a little chit-chat. We appreciate you. It's always good to have new wrestling fans and new members of the community. The only way to continue to build a strong community is to continue to build. And to do that, we have to continue to add great people like yourself.
Targeting the leg. This is
And Boss has a joke time.
Ooh, Boss Apollo with a joke time from Titan G.
Okay. All right. Okay, see. Okay. So, my neighbor and I work at the same job.
Okay.
She married me right now, so she had no legs.
She has no legs.
Yeah, the people in the job.
It's a good reason to be angry.
The people in the job been talking about her. So I told her she got to stand up for herself.
Oh my God. That was gaslight. You should be ashamed of yourself. How dare you? What if the person that you know is actually listening to the broadcast? I mean, or watching the broadcast. I mean, good luck at work tomorrow.
Have a great time. Join.
Be rolling up on you. You've been making fun of my motherfucking legs. Making jokes. You think you're a comedian now, Boss Apollo? That was gaslight.
Before I do this redeem,
Oh, you have one too?
Queen of... No, but I'm thinking about doing redeeming something.
Oh, okay.
But is Queen Apollo around, Boss?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
I know exactly what you were gonna redeem. That was one of the funniest moments ever, I think. Boss Apollo, so if anybody's wondering what we're talking about, whoa, look at that, that is it, that is all, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and moving on to the semifinals of this tournament by a score of 2-0 in the best 2 of 3 falls matchup from Team Joe Link. Dangerous Amber Extreme, representing the Outlaws, is your victor. And I'll get the payout issued for that. Just give me a moment.
Don't worry about it, because there's no real payout. Everybody went with Amber Extreme.
Anyways, Glenola, if you want to finish that conversation while I'm issuing the payout here.
There's a redeem,
Step 16,
tree knowledge of rotten fruit.
beautiful gems on videos must see shows
Whichever
on
of
Twitch
the
TV.
it's done on has to tell a story, and then you have to decide, okay, is it
W for Amber.
true or false? So Boss was hit with one of those, was halfway through the story, and Queen Apollo just basically tells him he's full of shit right on right on mic. We all heard it.
Queen Apollo, which is Boss's wife, obviously, is walking by, and she's like, "What you talk about? You're full of shit." And it was the funniest thing ever, because she has no clue what's going on, and the fact that he's doing a tree of knowledge or rotten fruit. The tree of knowledge is either you can tell a true story, or obviously the rotten fruit is you're telling us a complete bullshit lie. But she has no idea, and she calls him out on his bullshit, and oh my God, it was funny. Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah. So yeah,
you got a joke time, Archer.
I have a joke time too. Okay, just give me a second. I'm just finishing off the betting line here. Well, I'm getting it ready because we're moving on to the second matchup here in the tournament. So let's have a look at the second matchup. And here we go. Second matchup of the quarterfinals. It is the Viking Rose Brewer from Team Distinct Cone taking on Rowdy Ronda Rowdy. Of course, the winner will move on to the semifinals to face Dangerous Amber Extreme. And that, of course, is going to be what you're betting on. So who do you guys think moves on to face Amber Extreme? Is it going to be Rose Brewer? Or is it going to be Rowdy Ronda Rousey?
I'm going with Rose Brewer on this one.
Rose Brewer got RBF. I'm going with her. TAV.
5 minutes to make your bets.
TAV Champions World Champion. Ted Cobb Team Crondos.
And there we go.
World
Betting lines are
champion. Mitchell Von Team Dog.
So without further ado, second match of the quarterfinals. One of these gals are going to move on to face Dangerous Amber Extreme in the semifinal. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Rose Brewer or Rowdy Ronda Rousey? We're going to find out right now. Let's go. All right, so I have a joke time, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay, what do I want to do for a joke time? I was actually just looking at the dirt sheets to see if there's anything else interesting. So I was unprepared for a joke time. But I'm sure I can come up with one. Give me a moment. All right, let's see here. No, those ones are no good. All right, so let's see here. Oh, this is so stupid. I gotta tell it. Oh my god. Okay, so who redeemed the joke time, anyways?
I think it was Leo King.
Leo the King. Okay, so Leo the King. Here's your joke. What do you call a fish with no eyes? I'm laughing already now, but he said the fucking punchline. It is so stupid, it's funny. This one qualifies as a pretty funny one, in my opinion. Oh, it's so stupid. So stupid. But yeah, Leo, or anybody else that wants to take a jab at it, what do you call a fish with no eyes? Boss, I'm surprised you haven't already come up with some weird fucking answer to this one.
I was about to say it. I want to put it out. So I can
you call it blind.
I was about to say that too.
It was something with a blind dog or something. I forget what the joke was. But Boss usually has the weirdest fucking answer to any joke that we tell. He doesn't even give it a good effort at trying to find the answer to the joke. He just blurts something out, right?
Smiling face with sunglasses.
Let's see. The set plays game says fish spelled FSH because there's no I in fish. Glenola said the same thing. So the answer is actually it looks like a fish. It's just a fish. I mean, I expected some, because I didn't look at the punchline earlier, I expected some elaborate stupid answer and I get a fish. What do you call a fish with no eyes? A fish. Oh my god. So there, it has been fulfilled. Redemption fulfilled. Joke time.
069.
Oh, good God.
YTD championship matches.
Just talk about how great your archery is in the ring.
I mean, I don't think that correlates. So here's something from about 4 hours ago. That is ghastly.
Yep,
and hello, Bucket Phenom 2.
Bucket Phenom 2 in the house. What's going on, Bucket Phenoms? It was actually Bucket Phenoms. He had a little bit of an issue with his previous account. So, welcome in, my friend. Appreciate you as always. Fucking legend is Bucket Phenoms. I mean, Bucket Phenoms, of course, he is the manager of the OG YTD sensation, Tyler Bronco, who really blazed a path for all the YTD superstars. So, and was involved in some of the greatest matches early in YTD Academy history. So, I mean, good to have Bucket Phenoms back in the house. Man, Rose Brewer's really taking it to Ronda Rousey right now. But anyways, so 4 hours ago, it's Wrestling Inc. and it's Ella J. This was actually written on Boxing Day, so it was yesterday, or 2 days ago, I guess, sorry. Roddy Piper once faced fellow WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley in a match many never saw. That's intriguing to me because I actually didn't know that. But so,
outside.
Did you know that? I didn't know that. So Juggalo Championship Wrestling certainly lived up to the name of its Legends and Icons pay-per-view in August 2011. Scattered throughout the card were several wrestling legends and WWE Hall of Famers, a number of which even competed that night. 62-year-old Bob Backlund defeated Ken Patera, while Scott Hall accompanied longtime friends Kevin Nash and X-Pac in their victory against the New Age Outlaws, Billy Gunn and Brian Road Dogg James. In the main event, though, 4 WWE Hall of Famers clashed for the very first time. There, Mick Foley teamed with fellow hardcore legend Terry Funk. The duo, that's a hell of a duo right there, isn't it? Terry Funk and Mick Foley. That's crazy. I mean, you know you're getting some hardcore shit that night. The duo met to take on Rowdy Roddy Piper and Cowboy Bob Orton. Each may have put their unique stamps on professional wrestling, many within the same decades, but somehow never crossed paths at all at the same time until that summer evening in JCW. Piper and Orton frequently teamed together between 1982 and 1986 between appearances in Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling and WWF. Piper, Orton, and Funk all previously competed in Legends Battle Royal earlier in the year at Pro Wrestling Guerrillas Kurt Russell's Reunion 2. The reunioning Funk and Foley did battle on over 40 occasions throughout their careers, with notable bouts in both ECW and WWF. However, this respective tag team match marked the first time Roddy Piper and Mick Foley ever formally met inside a wrestling ring, with the exception of the 2008 WWE Royal Rumble. So that's interesting. I did not know they had faced one another. So it says Mick Foley initially arrived at the show as part of the commentary team, where he remained on it until the main event, and that's when he was called upon to save the day for Terry Funk. Funk was scheduled to take on Roddy Piper one-on-one in an I Quit match. The Rowdy one emerged with Bob Orton in tow, before being hit with insults from the former ECW heavyweight champion. Piper retorted with some verbal jabs of his own, and then unleashed a beatdown of Funk, with Orton getting the assist. At one point, Piper grabbed hold of his belt, nailing Funk across the body with it as he transitioned into using it for a choke. Funk managed to fight back, but the 2-on-1 situation was too much. Enter Foley, who stepped off commentary to come to Funk's aid, and as a result, the singles match that was supposed to be then officially morphed into a tag team that was. Foley and Orton began trading blows in one corner. Funk and Piper tussled in another. Foley would soon roll out of the ring, where Piper met him and proceeded to whip Mrs. Foley's baby boy into a ring post. Meanwhile, Funk attempted to roll up Randy Orton for the win, but it was broken up by Piper. In the end, Orton managed to score the pinfall on Funk, with Piper's help to pick up the victory for their team. I gotta tell you, that probably would have been a fun match to watch, but yeah, I never saw that match. I really didn't. I'm gonna have to see if I can find any footage on that and check it out. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Let's see what else is going on.
Straining that trapezius muscle. Wheels are turning. Rousey.
Jimmy Jacobs apparently gives his thoughts on CM Punk's issues with AEW. Want to hear about that going on?
Flush BM.
Flush BM Punk. That's always the answer from Team Glenola. Flush that. Fuck that guy. As Christian Cool would say, of course. Fuck that guy. But yeah, Wrestling Inc. And this is a Sean Ramped article. And it says Jimmy Jacob gives his thoughts on CM Punk's issues with AEW. And this was actually written today. So CM Punk hasn't been seen in AEW since the infamous all-out media scrum back in September. And there have been plenty of murky reports about his contract status ever since. That doesn't mean, however, that his name is erased from the world of professional wrestling forever. Far from it, in fact. Talent come and go at any time. Anything can happen. Former WWE writer and producer Jimmy Jacobs can attest to that. Jacobs and Punk both have been in the wrestling game for a while and overlapped briefly during their time in Ring of Honor, but they met a handful of years before that, though. Early impressions left plenty be desired, and he was not kind to me very early on, Jacobs told Conrad Thompson on the Insiders podcast. He thought I was an idiot, and probably I was. At the time, Jacobs was just 16 years old, and he got the sense that Punk didn't think he belonged in the wrestling business. That all changed in 2003 when Jacobs was working his backside off alongside Alex Shelley. It was Punk who approached me about giving him a tape to give to Gabe. He continues, so if it weren't for Punk, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. Most of all, he looked out for those he respected. Punk was loyal to the people around him and who he saw worked hard. As for the performer himself, Jacobs could always see that star in him. Punk's a great performer. He's a great promo. He declared he has a real it factor and always did. His success is no accident, but today we are once again living in a pro wrestling world without him. It's unfortunate to see how the stuff in AEW went down, Jacobs admitted. As a performer, he's an asset. And of course we know that...
Partially right.
Partially right.
3 letters right.
Right, you think he's just an ass. Ooh, Ronda Rousey just getting that shoulder up in time. I don't know what the score is. Are we at... is Joe Link, what's the score on this matchup? Is it 1-0? Oh, it's 1-1.
She said 1-1.
Okay.
1-1.
Okay. 1-1 it is. The Set Plays game says this is pretty tight. Yeah, let's see what else is going on. Boss, you see anything else going on?
I do have something from the dirt sheet.
Oh, you do? Glenola, ladies and gentlemen, has something from the dirt sheets. Hell has frozen over. Satan is taking control.
No, that was last
Oh,
week.
sorry, this is not WCW.
No, this is from ringsidenews.com.
Okay.
And it's from today.
So another article from today. Excellent.
Subho G. Mukherjee.
Saparjeet Mukherjee, yeah. Now, I don't know which one of us is actually brutalizing that the most, but it's one of those two. Ladies and gentlemen, it is one of those two. Take your pick.
And Ricky Steamboat refused to face Ric Flair for fear he would pass away.
The new jackpot number for
I mean, it is a legit concern, to be fair.
Choices 069.
Finally got the chance to retire on his own terms earlier this year.
Matches,
His 14 with his son-in-law, Andre El and faced Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett on July 31st. Prior to this match, many fans believed Ricky Steamboat was going to face Flair.
It would have been so much nicer, but anyway.
But after both of them have had, after all, both of them have had a lot of history in pro wrestling. However, Steamboat ended up refusing to face Flair. Now it seems the reason has finally been revealed. Steamboat simply feared Flair would pass away in the match.
Oh, wow.
You know, I can understand that. I really can.
Flair took some scary bumps and even bled during the match, something he promised to do long before the event. He also faked a heart attack. Flair won the match, much to the relief of fans around the world. While speaking to Bill after, Ricky Steamboat finally revealed why he refused to face Ric Flair. Money had nothing to do with it because it was the fact that he was worried Flair would pass away if they ever face each other in a match.
Yeah.
Initially, you know, Conrad, who's the promoter, we talked. We went to Nashville, we had a sit down, and it was Conrad, his wife, and me, and my wife, Sandy. I was still training quite well and feeling damn well. So I said, okay, And we hadn't signed or
From
sealed
those
the deal.
Damian
And
Dallas will be debuting on
we'll put the
Saturday.
nail in the coffin was a week after that when I found out Flair was wearing a pacemaker. After all these years, I never knew, and I immediately said, I don't think I want to do this. I don't want my legacy to be, you know, I was in a ring and he happened to pass away or something went wrong.
Like I said, I can understand it. I mean, and Flair has had his fair share of health problems over the past, you know, 10, 15 years. So I mean,
I'll be honest with you, that's exactly how Flair wanted to go.
yeah, I mean, and how many retirements is Flair going to have, anyways? I mean,
well, I think this is it.
yeah, well, I would hope so. I really would. You know, I would hope so.
And it says right here, Ric Flair is also very happy with how the match turned out, but has since made numerous teases about having another match in the future. Regardless, fans hope Flair never competes in a match ever again.
No, yeah, that needs to be it.
And, you know, Flair is, you know, of course, the man, with everything the man has accomplished from a health standpoint. I mean, I can go back to the fact that he was not even supposed to walk again.
Yeah, that's true.
Was it the 1970s, I believe?
When he had the plane crash?
Yeah. They didn't think he'd ever walk again.
I think that was the early 80s. Maybe you're right. It could be the 70s.
I'm just going to verify that.
Yeah, let's fact check that. Boss, did you know that he was in a plane crash?
No, I didn't know he was in a plane crash.
The wheeling, dealing, kiss dealing, jet flying, high fly. I mean, he had a crash.
Watch out.
Yes.
She starts to rise back up, but does she know where she is?
Yo, Resilient Live. What's going on, Resilient?
What energy in the arena tonight. Check out this power, ladies and
He
gentlemen.
may debut sooner, depends on Archer. What? What did I miss?
I think that finally closes the book.
Who may debut sooner?
She picks up here tonight.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the match.
Now let's take a look
And
back at these
moving
ladies in
on
action.
to the semifinals of this tournament, from Team Distinct Cone, the Viking, Rose Brewer, is your victor. And moving on to the semifinals, so let me go ahead and issue the payout for that. Give me a moment.
Here is your winner, the Viking, Rose Brewer. They just won a very
So I guess you guys were right. You guys both sided with Rose Brewer. Now, to be fair, I didn't pick a side there, but I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised, obviously, and I'm not surprised, for that matter, that Rose Brewer is the victor of the match.
His wrestler in the Inca contract Bertraverse.
But so moving on to face Amber Extreme in the semifinals, the Viking Rose Brewer from Team Distinct Cone. Congratulations to Team Distinct Cone.
If I'm reading this newspaper from a picture correctly, it was October of 75.
75, okay.
But I can close that piece out here. But yeah, he was 20. Bring this article back up. It didn't say the year in the article here, but he was
Oh, okay.
20. Yeah, he just turned 72, and he was 26 when he was on the aircraft or in the plane crash that saw the pilot die.
Sorry, he was how old?
He was 26.
26? Okay, so he was a young buck still.
46 years ago, you know.
He was a
Well,
young
then-
Nate Chop boy. He was really wheeling and dealing and kiss stealing at that point.
He was traveling with John Valentine, Bob Bruggers, Tim Woods, and David Crockett, heading to a show from Charlotte to Wilmington,
You
North
are
Carolina.
following the very best in fantasy
45-minute
wrestling
flight.
excellence bar none period. Welcome to the world's den Resilient Live. To see a
but
complete
before
list of
takeoff, the
champions
pilot
from
was
the
having
Yo,
trouble
respected
getting
band,
off the
thank you very
ground.
much for the follow. Appreciate that.
TAV. WCW
Can we get a shout out, please, for
YTD into the chat.
or not respective band, it was Resilient Live. I was reading two things at once and combined two things into one name. I just literally renamed respective. Resilient. I renamed them respective.
So resilient.
Nice. There you go, Resilient.
Together
You've been in the Archiverse for less than an hour and you've already got a new name.
Support for one and author's endeavors.
Yeah,
You've already got a new name.
To get a new name instantly, so he's
Yeah.
off the record.
I mean, yeah, it'd be the first time in history that
Emoji
somebody
face
came in
with tears
and
of
ended up
joy.
leaving with a new name. But appreciate you being here, Resilient. What's going on? What's new and exciting? What's crack-a-lackin'? By the way, what's everybody got planned for New Year's
He put
Eve?
his wrestler in
What's everybody
incorrect
doing?
as
How was
well,
everybody's
Archiverse.
Christmas? Hopefully Santa was good to everybody. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I apologize. How was your weekend anyways? Hopefully you had, I'm sure you had hopefully at least the day off from work and you got to enjoy a
I'm
little
good.
extra
Crondo's
fam jam
introduced
time.
me
That's
into
just as
here.
cool as having any holiday. Have a good meal with those fam jam people. The Peoples. I'm good. Krondos introduced me into here. Well, Krondos is a phenomenal member of our community, so if you are a friend of Krondos, you are a friend of ours. Thank you very much for coming in. I hope you enjoy the show. This isn't one of our regular season shows. Our next and new season starts next Wednesday night. It'll be an episode of the brand new Wrestle Wars Genesis. We've got some fresh new looks for our main season shows, which is Wrestle Wars and Starrcade. A lot of things are going to be going down. Some rivalries that we're elevating and things that have transpired from last season. I mean, there's already fuel added to the fire, a trail being blazed. It is going to be an exciting time when the new season begins. But tonight, a little tournament
Hopefully
action.
Damian Dallas
We've
does
got, of
well
course, a
in
Gold
here.
Rush tournament. It is for the Women's World Wrestling Championship, and right now we're at the third matchup of the quarterfinals, and we've got Claire Lee from Team Dogface, straight from the doghouse, taking on Angelina Love from the Beautiful People, and that is next. But speaking of that, who do you guys think is moving to the semifinals? Is it going to be Claire Lee or Angelina Love?
I'm going to
Let's
Angelina
go,
Love.
Claire.
Clearly.
I'll give you 5 minutes to make your bets.
But,
And there you go. Betting lines are open. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, who moves on to the semifinals, Claire Lee or Angelina Love? We're going to find out right now. Let's go.
But, Flair broke his back in 3 places.
Damn. Yeah, that's right, too. You know, I didn't know it was 3 places, but I did know he broke his back.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
And the thing is, it could have been worse.
Oh, well, you think?
Valentine,
He could have
who
been
was
killed.
This article actually talks about John Valentine was actually paralyzed as a result of the crash. He was sitting next to the pilot when they crashed. That's where Flair was originally seating until he begged Valentine to switch just before they took off.
Oh, shit. Well, I bet she's not too happy he chose that seat now. Damn.
You know, but 6 months after the crash, Flair was back doing stuff.
6
That's
months.
crazy.
Now, how do you recuperate from breaking your back in 3? So clearly he was never actually medically cleared for that, because there's no way.
Yeah.
Right? There's
they said
just
his
no way.
rehab-
I call
He said
bullshit on that one.
The
I'm
new
blowing the
jackpot
whistle on
number
that
for a
shit.
chance to win
6
a
months,
Channel Redemption
3
Channel
places
choices.
in a broken back.
069.
Yeah.
The
Flair
number
said
to
every
win a
gym session
YTV
ended in the bar.
championship match is
It
0.
was 250 push-ups, 500 free squats, 200 sit-ups. Took me about 6 hours to do it all, and I couldn't even walk after the free squats.
Can't imagine why.
I got myself in better shape, and then I did 500 free squats every single day.
By the way, I believe
Problem was
Honey,
I didn't go to-
just a quick interrupt here. I believe
Superstar
Honeybee
switch up.
Wrestling still in
Become someone
to win
else
that
through the day.
YTD Academy Championship matchup. I believe her
Superstar
number
and
was
become a different
her number was
superstar each day
135.
you
The number is 090.
Sounds like Flair
And as far as the
became
channel
again.
redemption reward, nobody's come close to that in like 6 or 7 weeks. So it's what it is. Sorry about everybody's damn luck, but you can keep trying.
But just, the problem was I didn't go to bed the night before. I'd go from the bar to the gym.
I mean, he was a party animal, a nature boy.
I'll tell you what, doing all that, rehabbing from that, I'll bet you he was in so much pain that the alcohol was the only thing.
Oh, I would imagine he's self-medicated, yeah, because, I mean, like I said, that's crazy. 6 months back. I mean, if it was legitimately broken in 3 places, how do you come back in 6 months? I mean,
It says the average recovery for a broken back is 1-2 weeks.
you broke your damn elbow? God damn, you're gonna have... Did you do your therapy for that, or?
No, I was in 5th or...
So you probably...
Before my 7th grade year.
So you probably got ongoing issues with your elbow then.
Well,
Actually, not too bad. The elbow
No?
wasn't bad.
Really? Nice.
And it was technically... They cast
the
the
main
in a
issue
cast,
with
but
this physical therapy usually comes after
it's
that.
arguable that it was dislocated. I tried to climb over a fence and fell. It was head falling toward concrete, and I put my hands out to...
Ooh,
protect
yeah,
my
you never do that.
face.
You never do that.
You know, I couldn't...
See, now
there
there's the
wasn't much motion.
importance. There's another importance of taking a good martial arts class. You learn how to break fall. And, you know, I remember being a kid and thinking, why do I have to do this? Why am I repeatedly doing this? When am I ever going to need this? And then there was a time where I was actually out ice fishing. And I literally, there was like, you know, when there's like a drift and you don't see the ice underneath the snow right there? Well, I stepped in it. And I had a bunch of equipment with me, and I fell. But because I instinctively, by that point, knew how to fall from repeated practicing on different ways of falling and from different heights, etc., I was able to land. You know, you don't always land unscathed, but you land without perhaps breaking an elbow or a wrist or a finger, etc. So...
But no, I was climbing this fence and my foot slid through the slats of the fence. It was just your standard wooden, you know.
Oh, Leo the King, thank you very much. We'll make sure that he's ready to rock and roll over at YTD Academy before the new season begins next week. I'll make sure Boss Apollo sends me a message to remind me to.
So when I fell, you know, my foot was still kind of in the fence, and I'm like, yep.
Joe Link says, yeah, it's 6 to 12 weeks of therapy. Sorry, what is 6 to 12 weeks of therapy? The average recovery for a broken back. Oh, really? Is only 12? You know what, though? I guess the spine is an amazing, it's an amazing thing, I guess.
12 weeks of...
Yeah, but think about it. I had double knee surgery, right? Because I had a completely torn ACL and MCL, and that took just about a year's recovery.
Dang.
Also,
But yet a broken
the average recovery
back.
for a broken back is 12 weeks, and then 6 to 8 weeks of therapy, or 6 to 12 weeks of therapy. Now, granted, too, you know, that's now. This was mid-70s, mid to late 70s.
I actually did my own physiotherapy. Now, mind you, so the reason is martial arts, proper martial arts, if you're learning from a school, they're based on body dynamics. So everything we do is based on how the body works, how the joint of that limb works, how we can move and perform certain techniques and maneuvers safely and effectively. So a lot of our exercises, literally, I'm pretty sure that physiotherapy probably got their stretches and some of their techniques from probably, I would think, from Asians and people that have done things like this, not just in hospitals, but in martial arts for years and years. But yeah, so I was, thankfully, I was able to actually do my own physiotherapy, and my knee is actually stronger now than it was. So,
Yeah.
doctor was amazing too, though.
If you did the max, 24 weeks, we're at 6 months.
Yeah, that's 6 months. But still, I mean, I was 9 months to a year. I was almost a full year.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, that was two different things being operated on within my knee as opposed to, you know, so I guess there's that. But
Yeah.
and by the way, have anybody noticed that Angelina Love is doing really well in there against Claire Lay? I did not expect that, I'll be honest.
It's been back and forth.
It's been back and forth, but I'm just surprised on how well Angelina Love is holding her own against Claire Lay, because I know Claire Lay was ready to, I mean, she was reported as saying she was going to rip Angelina Love's head off.
Timing with that reversal. Hooking up. What's coming next? Up and
I don't know, because you didn't finish the sentence.
I don't know what I was saying.
You lost your train of thought. The train derailed and you took us with you. How dare you, sir?
But Ric Flair did that. Had that broken back and went on to become the man.
The man. The Nature Boy.
What a reversal.
Yeah,
Nature
I mean,
Rick.
Nature Rick, yep. Nature Rick. Oh my good God.
But,
Escaping that
the thing is, I wonder what his career would have been like if he hadn't had to come back from that.
Nature Rick.
The drive it took to come back from that, I
Yeah,
don't think he would have had the career he had because he never
Possibly not.
had that drop.
yeah, possibly not for sure. I mean, so anyways, it looks like Cody Rhodes is the current favorite to win the 2023 Royal Rumble. So RingsideNews.com, Subberjeet Mukherjee again. I mean, Global had just read one of his articles. So says Cody Rhodes returned to WWE earlier this year at WrestleMania 38. As he had a lot to prove, not only to fans but himself. Rhodes ended up having a solid bout with Seth Rollins, cementing his status in WWE after beating the Visionary. Rhodes is currently on the shelf due to an injury, but is likely to return at the Royal Rumble next year. In fact, he is the current favorite to win the Men's Royal Rumble match next year, which is, of course, not that far away. It's in January. Cody Rhodes has been absent from Hell in a Cell due to a torn pectoral injury, and Rhodes defeated Seth Rollins in the brutal match where he worked the entire match while being injured. And that was phenomenal, by the way, and that remains to me be one of the best matches of the last decade, I think. I'm going to go ahead and say. One of the best matches of the last decade, I think, if not better than that. I don't know. That was a fantastic match, and I couldn't believe they pulled that off while he was that injured. Phenomenal. It shows you how good those two are. But Cody Rhodes, yeah, I know, right? But Cody Rhodes already hinted at making his return during the Rumble. According to betting odds provided by Bet Online, Cody Rhodes is the favorite to win the Men's Royal Rumble match next year. On the women's side, Becky Lynch is the current favorite. So here we go. Here's the top 5 for the men and women's. So the men's Royal Rumble odds, sitting at number 5 is Austin Theory. He's a plus 1,400. Number 4, Seth Rollins, plus 1,200. Number 3, The Rock, plus 400. Number 2 is Sami Zayn, sitting at plus 300. And number 1 is Cody Rhodes at plus 100. All right, so women's Rumble odds. Number 5, Raquel Rodriguez, plus 800. Bayley sitting at 500. Charlotte, 400. Rhea Ripley, number 2. She's a plus 350. And number 1 spot, Becky Lynch, is a plus 250. So for the time being, only the men's and women's Rumble matches are confirmed for the premium live event next year. The Royal Rumble will take place in San Antonio's Alamodome on January 28th. So we'll have to wait till then to see how that all turns out. But what do you guys think? Do you guys have a favorite to win that Rumble?
I remember a while back. I remember I shared it. I think one episode when the Royal Rumble sheet, the sheet got leaked, and I think it said either The Rock or Cody Rhodes will be number 30.
Yeah, I highly doubt The Rock's winning the Rumble. I'm just going to go ahead and say that now.
I hope, me personally, I don't want The Rock to win because I'd rather have Cody Rhodes win. Even though it'd be a better storyline for The Rock and Roman Reigns, but he's not full time back.
Yeah, but he doesn't need the push of a Rumble, and he doesn't need the Rumble to face Roman Reigns either. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with him not winning that Royal Rumble match.
1-0.
And speaking of match, oh my God, this match between Claire Lay and Angelina Love is absolutely awesome. I mean,
1-0 right now.
it is 1-0, and they might be going for match of the night here so far.
So far, it's not the nice focus.
Oh! Claire Lay just tapped out Angelina Love. That is it. That is all. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and moving on to the semi-finals of this Gold Rush tournament from Team Dogface. Claire Lay, the former Women's World Champion, moving on to the semi-finals. And I'll get the payout issued for that in just a moment. But anyways, what were we talking about?
Dang, I bet
And the
all
Royal
again
Rumble,
laughing.
either the Rock or Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I don't think The Rock is going to win the Rumble. Like I said, he doesn't need the Rumble. He doesn't need that push. He doesn't need to be put over because he is over like a motherfucker, whether he's actually wrestling or he's not wrestling. It's Cody Rhodes that needs the push here, and I think they give it to Rhodes, but I could see him not winning it too. Cody Rhodes doesn't need the Rumble win either. He's going to fight for that WWE Championship at some point regardless.
I think knowing WWE, if I had a Rock win it, and then WrestleMania, they will have Roman Reigns beat The Rock. Then at the other pay-per-view, then they will have the feud with him and Cody.
Yeah.
You know, Cody's going to be the first titles, and then Roman's going to disappear and go to Hollywood.
What about you guys in the chat room? What do you guys think? Do you guys have somebody you'd like to see win the Men's Rumble, and do you have somebody you'd like to see win the Women's Rumble?
I do see a possibility.
The Rock
Surprise
all the
returns
way.
by Cena,
Seth
wins the
freaking
Rumble,
Rollins
goes
winning
on,
it.
wins the title at WrestleMania.
Well, that's another question. How many
Setting
people, I was going to say, how many people think that John Cena eventually beats Ric Flair's record before he retires?
I hope he do. I hope he beats the record.
Hey, you know
Give the
who's come
Rumble
up
to
on the
Sasha
radar
Kawasaki Banks.
of somebody that currently works for WWE right now? Is probably a very good thing for this person. But and I also agree. I also agree with this person. So earlier I read an article, and I won't bring it up, but it was an article, I think it was written the other day, Boxing Day, I believe. And it was talking, Booker T was talking about how Jade Cargill, who currently works for AEW, but Jade Cargill is flying way under the radar, and that girl has WWE and all. And I agree with that. I think Jade Cargill ends up in the hands of Triple H eventually, because those of you, Jade Cargill wrestle and work him out.
Jade is awesome.
She is superb. She is superb. And by the way, you would see some fantastic matches between her and the likes of Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair
Jade would be
specifically.
awesome in WWE.
You would see some fantastic matches. She can really work. She's kind of young and a little bit still green even, but she is really, really coming into her own quickly and very, very good. So check out Jade Cargill on YouTube or
It's
any
why
other means you're able to do
WWE
so
missed
if
the
you
vote on
haven't
Jade
already
the first
become
time.
familiar with Jade
BS
Cargill.
Raquel.
But Jade BS Raquel.
Versus.
Oh, versus Raquel. That would be awesome. Yeah, Honeybee, you're right. And Honeybee also says, oh yeah, Jade would be awesome in WWE. Oh yeah, she absolutely would. She would fit right in. And I agree with Booker T because she is flying under the radar, unfortunately. But she definitely has WWE written all over her. It was a great... I'm hoping that maybe leads to something down the road. Booker T... You know, when people like Booker T say things and speak, eventually, sometimes magic happens. You know what I mean? Or if Stone Cold says something, or The Rock puts somebody over. Like, good things happen to people if they work hard and get noticed by those people. And Booker T is very respected in the business, and and he just spoke. So, I mean, we'll see. I already believe that Jade would eventually end up there anyways, but that could be a push. And, you know, again, if she ends up with Triple H, you're going to see some magic in the ring between her, like Honeybee said, with the likes of Raquel Gonzalez, the likes of Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks when she eventually returns. You know,
To
I
see
mean,
a
don't
complete
let the
list of
smoke and mirror,
champions from each
gentlemen, for
respective
wrestling,
brand,
for
simply
Wrestle
type
Kingdom and making an appearance at Wrestle
TAV,
Kingdom from New Japan. We all know
WCW, or
that superstars that
YTV
eventually
into the
walk out the doors of WWE, they end up in Impact and New
Booker T
Japan.
can
Those
find
two
himself
companies
to cheer for
specifically, when they end up
New
there,
Day is
they are making their way back eventually. That's just the way it is. But yeah, so don't let the smoke and mirrors follow you, fool you. Like they are really trying to. Is going to end up back in WWE, as will Naomi.
Together we will grow strong and our communities will remain strong by our constant support for one another.
So anyways, did I issue the payout yet?
It said with
Let's find out.
Probably not.
No.
I did not. Ghastly. We've been talking. We're not giving anybody their... You guys are not getting your Archivers bucks. That's just we have decided you are not worthy. How dare you even bet, you gambling fiends. All right. So here we go. Payout being issued. Claire Lay, the victor over Angelina Love. What a great match, though. What a great match. All right. Okay, so... let's move on to the final match in the quarterfinals. And here we go. The final match in the quarterfinals. It is Britt Baker, DMD, versus the Freak, Nikita Razor from Team Boss Apollo. Boss Apollo, what do you think about the Freak facing the Doctor?
Well,
and Glenola, when he's done, who do you think picks up the victory here?
Well, they do got history, fellas. But
They do.
I'm going with I'm going with Nikita Razor.
Fair, most of their history comes from the tag team division.
Yep, they do. Yep. I'm going with Nikita Razor, but I bet it on
DMD. Boss S.
He's just going to start betting on both members of any... you see, Boss Apollo, for those that are new, Boss Apollo likes to make sure that he does not lose a bet by simply picking, in some manner, everybody that is listed in the betting lines. So that way, even if he loses money, he can say, yeah, but I chose them too. I said that I was betting for, but I was choosing. I mean, it is a ghastly... I mean, he's a cheater. He's a cheater. Flat out, Boss is a cheater. But anyways. All right, so let me get the betting line open for this one. You're going Britt Baker on this one?
Yep.
All right. Who moves on to face Claire Lay in the semifinals? Nikita Razor or Britt Baker? DMD.
My man Boss Apollo is being a Wall
Or
Street
DMDD.
stockbroker now, LOL.
5 minutes to make your bets. And there we go. Betting lines are open. You have 5 minutes. And without further ado, the final match in the quarterfinals. Who moves on to face Claire Lay in the semifinals? Is it going to be the Freak Nikita Razor from Team Boss Apollo? Or Britt Baker, DMD, representing Team Joe Link and the Outlaws? We are going to find out right now.
069. The number to win a
Let's
YTV
go.
championship match is 0.
All right, and so Glenola, what do you think? What's going to happen with this match? Is Britt Baker going to open a can on Nikita, or will the Freak stomp out the Doctor?
Oh, it's going to be Baker for the win. Oh, pardon me. But I think it's going to be a good match.
That was ghastly.
Yeah, I really think it's going to be a good match. Just,
I'm going to go with Britt Baker.
Will win this one.
I'm going with Britt Baker. I haven't said much on the last couple of matches, but in this particular one, I think Nikita Razor underestimates Britt Baker, because I mean Nikita Razor is used to dominating. She's used to to just going in and steamrolling, and I don't think she can do that here with Britt Baker. She has a great ground game. She's very athletic and agile, and of course, you know, she's also got that jiu-jitsu background and is very skilled at taking people down. So I think Nikita's going to have to find a way around trying to just steamroll. She's going to have to work and get inside and take her down herself, and I don't know. Boss, what's I mean, we haven't really seen much of a ground game from Nikita Razor. Is she capable of that?
She more of a hand-to-hand combat specialist.
So I mean, she's got to be real careful here. I believe Nikita Razor is going to come in. I mean, she is a powerhouse. So she's gonna come in, and I think she's gonna somehow slip up, just underestimating Britt Baker, and Britt Baker steals this match. That's what I'm going with.
Championship first round match, making her way to the ring.
Her ground game is not as strong as
from Cheyenne, Wyoming. Nikita, the
she more of a
Razor.
Highly anticipated matchup. The competitors in this one.
Yeah, Demon Razor definitely has a good ground game. We know that. We've seen him tap out many superstars.
Yeah,
Nikita Razor, however, I mean, we've seen her stomp many skulls into the pavement, but we have not seen, you know, we haven't seen her twist too many limbs off of people's bodies or, you know, form too many pencils inside the squared circle. So,
tell you the truth, she never attacked nobody else.
not that I can recall. I'm not saying it hasn't happened. I just don't recall it.
I don't recall it, but I don't think she hasn't. I think Olivia Payne doing the tag team match. I think she.
Olivia Payne has definitely, yes, she has a pretty good ground game.
And representing the Outlaws.
For those that don't know, Olivia Payne is Nikita Razor's tag team partner. They are part of a tag team called the Faces of Fear.
The electricity in the arena
But at the moment, Demon Razor and King Razor, they are beefing right now.
This match is going to be good.
What are they beefing over?
Because Demon Razor wanted her to join Public Enemy, and she turned it down.
Turned it down? Well, I mean, I'm sure she has her reasons, though, to be fair.
She's been counting the weeks, the days, the minutes until this match.
Yeah, I do. I see it. She had reasons. She turned it down.
To compete.
Do you happen to know said reasons, or?
Because she don't like being controlled.
She feels like Demon Razor would simply try to overpower her as the big, wait a minute. Big Brother? No.
Yeah, by Big Brother by 10 minutes.
By 10 minutes. Right, okay. All right, well, fair enough. So does she have plans of her own? Is she sticking with singles career? I mean, what's going on there?
You're right, Saxton.
Well, she's going to stick with her long-time partner, Olivia Payne.
Well, that I knew. I just didn't know. Yeah, I mean, they could have, you know, brought in Olivia Payne. I didn't know what was going on there, so. Look at this. Yeah. Look at the submission hold here on by Nikita Razor. We're sitting here talking about Razor having no ground game. She just had a submission locked in tight right in the center of the ring there. Good God. All right, so before we get it back into the dirt sheets, or before we, I don't think there's much left in the dirt sheets. I say we move on to Between the Rows. Boss, do you have a list tonight?
I can find one.
You can find one. I know Glenola has one. Do you want to go first, Glenola?
You are following the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence.
Glenola has stepped away from the broadcast. How dare you, sir? Hide in the shadows. But anyways, I say we just get to the Between the Ropes, because I got to tell you, I was looking ahead in the dirt sheets. Not a lot going on. January is the most boring month in pro wrestling. It always has been. For some reason, leading up to the Royal Rumble, unlike other months when they were trying to hype shows, they do want you to buy those tickets, but they don't ever give us anything in January. It's always the most boring month in pro wrestling. In between Survivor Series in general and the Royal Rumble is generally hit or miss, right? And January is usually downright boring. But so, anyways, what were you going to say, Glenola?
Okay, I'm going to give you guys the choice.
Ooh, I like choices.
Yeah, one list is the 10 most humiliating wrestling moves, or I have another list.
Well, that sounds good. So, what's the other list out of curiosity?
Best Christmas moments.
I just did a best Christmas moments list the other day, so why don't we start with most humiliating... Sorry, it was most humiliating finishers or signatures?
Hold on a second. Just wrestling moves.
Wrestling moves, okay. Now, while you begin that list, I'm just going to quickly run and grab a beverage, so I'll be right back. BRB.
Okay.
And that does not mean ban ready Bromer, just in case he happens to be lurking. I want to make that clear.
Just let you know, Archer, this is by one of your favorite people.
Oh, good God. Please, don't tell me this, Taco Boy.
No, Michael Sedgwick.
Oh, that's like his twin brother. That is the very same thing. Oh, my good God. I mean, that's right, boo the man. I mean, the list hasn't started, but I can guarantee you it's not going to be very good. But we shall see what happens with this. Anyways, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
My throat's a little dry. I need a substance that quenches thirst, so I shall be right back.
Don't forget
BRB.
one for Puppy.
None for Puppy. None.
But this is from whatculture.com. And it is by Michael Sedgwick. And it's from December 16th of this year, so it's very recent. Number 10 is Orange Cassidy's Lazy Kicks. Orange Cassidy does not break kayfabe as if there's any integrity attached to the concept anymore. Orange Cassidy breaks the psyche of his opponents. He isn't a tough guy. He's resilient, and the best slide punchline of all packs a sensational work punch. He isn't an opposing guy or a formidable physical specimen. To accentuate his positives and hide his negatives, he has cultivated a style totally distinct to himself. Nobody actually sells the humiliating moves in question. Lazy kicks delivered casually with his hands in his pockets. This is the weirdest prevailing narrative in certain circles, but then it is deliberately obtuse bullshit. So, not that weird.
I agree. This is about self-preservation.
Cassidy unloads these kicks to embarrass his opponents, who are embarrassed to even wrestle a man of Cassidy's disposition in the first place. They lunge forward in fury, but Cassidy is such a superb escapologist that he outsmarts them, like every great babyface should, every time. From there, Cassidy has them. The heels wrestle with impulsive emotion and leave themselves prone to thoughtless error. This enables his chest move a grand comeback deeper in the match, which the fans invariably get behind because his work is as witty as it is athletically impressive. He does much of this with his hands in his pockets. It's just some amusing irony indie bit. He is conveying to his hapless opponents that he's better than them with one hand tied behind his back. Only putting both hands in his pockets is a better mind game and works beautifully in the parameters of his endearing slacker character.
She got launched. She wants to take this one outside the ring, it seems.
Number 9 on the list. Matt Jackson buckshot Larry.
It wasn't fancy, but they're free.
CM Punk, when performing commentary duties for Fury MMA in the wake of Brawl Out, bragged that his hand hurts. He referenced the fight before the infamous second match in the Elite vs. Death Triangle Best of 7 series. There is no Chad figure in this rivalry. They're all passive-aggressive children, ultimately. But childish behavior can be very funny indeed. Case in point, Matt Jackson bantering Punk off the face of the planet in Chicago.
To win a channel redemption of your choices, 069. The number to
At
win
Double or
a
Nothing this year, Punk, who despite demonstratively lacking the ability to execute the buckshot lariat, as shown in a match against John Silver, attempted to
I have returned. I see I haven't missed, well, I actually don't know if I've missed much in the match. Are we at, what's the score of this matchup? Is it, have we had a fall yet? It's 0-0, fantastic. Well, I kind of figured this was going to be a war, but what have I missed in the list?
Number 10 was the Lazy Kick.
Superstar Switch X.
From Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm actually a fan of Orange Cassidy. I think, I mean, that dude somehow pulls off being charismatic without actually having to say anything. And he's actually good in the ring. He's good in the ring. He really is. And he can put somebody over with seemingly, I mean, he's very young and fairly new to the business, really. And he's very good in there. But I don't, there's certain aspects of his gimmick that I don't like, and that happens to be one of them.
Number 9 was Matt Jackson's botched buckshot lariat.
Lovely, yeah.
Re-entering the ring now.
Then, to be fair, and it's funny because as revered as the Young Bucks are, they botch a lot of things. They do.
Superstar.
At Double or Nothing this year, Punk, despite this demonstrably lacking the ability to execute the buckshot lariat, as shown in a match against John Silver, attempted to get in the head of Hangman Page.
I'll just interrupt quick. It is now 1-0. The Freak Nikita Razor just picked up a submission. Of all things, after everything we've talked about tonight, she pulls off a submission. Oh my God! Oh, look at that though. Britt Baker picks. It was 1-0 already. It was 1-1 with that submission, and now Britt Baker picks up a very quick pinfall. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the match, and moving on to the semifinals to face Claire Lay from Team Dogface. Britt Baker, DMD, representing Team Joe Link, and of course the Outlaws. Congratulations, Team Joe Link. That was a fantastic match, though, and I did miss some of it. I understand that. I thought you guys said it was 0-0, so I thought it was 1-0 when Nikita Razor picked up that submission, but it turns out
well, it looks like actually Joe Link says it ended up 2-0, so I guess she didn't get the submission.
The submission didn't count?
No, that was Britt Baker did the submission.
Oh, was it? I thought it was Nikita Razor that had the submission on.
That was Britt Baker.
Oh, okay.
No question.
Outlaws are 4-0. How dare you, Joe Link?
Britt hit the submission.
Nobody pay attention to Joe Link and his boasting. The question is, have you been putting your Archerverse bucks where your mouth is, Joe Link? That is the real question here. So I'll go ahead and issue the payout for that.
But
winner of the match, Britt Baker, DMD.
He did so flat on his arse for the second and third times at the pay-per-view. It was excruciating in and of itself, even more so when you consider that this was Punk's attempt to prove that he, not Page, was the man to take AEW forward. This was just empty-headed, fucking dumb, fuck storytelling.
I mean, it really was. It really was. I mean,
there's words.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and not wrong though. Not wrong by any means at all.
Oh, this is gonna hurt to say this or to read this. So it is just as well Punk is otherwise brilliant at pacing a big-time match.
Okay. I mean, at pacing, I mean, the man, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've always said, I don't take anything away from his talent. He is a great in-ring performer, but he's always been one of those slow, methodical
he has a slower pace.
people, and, like, to say that he set any kind of a pace for what? I mean, he'd be good at setting a pace if he's trying to put over a new superstar just coming into the business, but as far as a big main event matchup, don't tell me he's pacing anything. He's not pacing anything.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I do enjoy a good, slow, methodical,
well, yeah, it has its place for sure.
I loved watching, I actually, I always joke about him having absolutely no charisma, but I enjoyed watching Lance Storm in the ring. He had, that great talent.
Yeah, absolutely.
BM Punk doesn't have it.
BM Punk doesn't have it. All right, before we go on to before we go on to a rant about BM Punk here, next match of the night, ladies and gentlemen, the first match of the semifinals. Look at this: Amber Extreme, dangerous Amber Extreme from Team Joe Link taking on the Viking, Rose Brewer from Team Distinct Cone. This is going to be a barn burner. That is the next match of the night. But who do you guys think is moving on to the tournament finals? Is it going to be Amber Extreme or Rose Brewer? You got 5 minutes to make your bets.
List of champions from each respective
right off the hop, we got an Amber Extreme and we've got a Rose Brewer. We got Amber Extreme from Team Boz Apollo and Team Glenola going with the Viking. But what do you guys say? You've got 5 minutes to make your decisions on who you think is winning this matchup. But without further ado, the first match of the semifinals, Dangerous Amber Extreme and the Viking Rose Brewer. Let's go, barn burner time. And I think this is going to be a great match, guys. I really do. All right, so where were we? Oh no, we weren't in. We were on Glenola's list. Sorry, Glenola, we were interrupting you there and delaying your list even further. I blame Boss Apollo. I think it's justified.
Yep. Number 8 is Matt Jackson's impression of the hot tag.
I mean, I'll be honest. I think as good as the Young Bucks are in the ring, their attempt at comedic relief is always a little quirky and misunderstood, I think, for the most part. Now, possibly misunderstood because a lot of it makes no sense, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know the specific instance they're talking about, but I can only imagine.
Dresses as the Hardy-esque?
Well, I'm not working. I got work in the morning, so I'm not ready.
All right. You have a great night, boss.
All right, boss. Have a good night. Thanks for being on the broadcast, my friend. As always, appreciate you.
All right, you too. Have a good night.
Will do. Joel Link says, "Did you see them dress as the Hardys?" I did actually. Yeah.
I don't seem to mention a particular incident.
See, yeah, no. I feel as if the Young Bucks are just a lesser version of the Hardys, to be honest. But that said, again, I'm not knocking them. I do like them. I don't think they're as good as a lot of people boast about them.
Determination in her eyes. She is more than ready for competition.
So number 7. Kenta wipes the shit from his boot. You know what the most overused word in all wrestling is? Shit.
Indeed.
I mean, when you got BM Punk, of course it's going to be overused. AEW is guilty of overdoing it, and really they'll never do it better than Jim Ross on the Dynamite premiere. This was subtle. It felt like an organic reaction to something, even if it was preemptive response to the holy shit chant that Jake Hager was sure to receive. Holy shit is right, JR bellowed. This was so good, not grabby at all, that the authoritative Pearl Clutcher said this was so effective in putting over the Carnage that wild, multi-layered closing angle. A wrestler can call their rival a piece of shit all they like. Over 3 years in, it always gets a pop. But the effect is never the same as when Kenta does it. He's a sensational swear artist, yes. He's far more effective at conveying that his opponent's a piece of shit in the language of professional wrestling. In reality, Kenta is the piece of shit, and that's what gets the act over years and years removed from his awesome physical prime.
Well, why don't they get in the ring?
He slaps his opponent on the top of the head and kicks him in the head. And he scrapes his boot on the canvas like his opponent's battered head is a dog shit that has made its way onto the soul.
Championship matches, 0.
Always an event when she competes.
Alrighty then. I think that's great. You know, that's just a great move. You know what?
Yeah, spectacular. Honeybee Wrestling was reiterating from earlier. Britt hit the submission. Yeah, I don't know how I got that confused. For some reason, I thought, because I was doing two things at once, and for some reason it looked like Nikita Razor got a submission on Amber Extreme, but in fact it was Amber Extreme getting the submission on Razor. So, yeah.
Okay, so Rush's kick slap.
Rush's kick slap.
See, Rush compounds this lack of, or his leaking lack of respect by humiliating his opponents. Sprints to the corner, motioning to drill them in the face, but instead stops in his tracks and kicks them in the mush. They get pitched, the fans see a less spectacular move, and he lies down satisfied.
Okay. Hey, who are in? I don't know.
I kind of like that. That sounds like a pretty good.
You would.
You know,
like, honestly.
Kick him in the mouth. I mean, come on.
Oh my God. Oh, that's awful. I mean, there's a reason it's on the list. And of course, Malone is like, no, that is fantastic. Remove it from the list immediately, please.
Okay, number 5, Kevin Nash's ashtray powerbomb.
Ashtray powerbomb. I'm not even sure if I know what they're talking about right now. I don't think I've ever heard it referred to that as that, but I'm intrigued though.
Okay, I'm gonna read this whole thing out.
Okay, yeah, please do. Yeah, please do.
A taunt so cool that more than one wrestler has simply decided to pay tribute to it. Kevin Nash's ashtray powerbomb was immaculate shitossery. With his opponent's trapped between his gargantuan legs. Oh, I know from this. Okay. Nash, in his WWE heyday, took to stubbing an imaginary cigar out on their back before driving it to the canvas.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember putting out the cigarette? Or
I'm trying to think.
He'd get him ready to go for his power bomb.
It is 1-0 for Amber Extreme, and I don't know if anybody saw it, but Rose Brewer was actually in control at one point and was just about to spear Amber Extreme right off her feet, but ended up running right into a knee lift from Extreme, and it's been all Amber Extreme since then. As I say that, Rose Brewer taking over, but it is 1-0 for Amber Extreme anyways. So go ahead there, Polo.
But he get him into the powerbomb position, head bent over, ready to go. He'd go like he's putting out a cigarette. They say a cigar, but I would have said more like a cigarette.
Was this when he was in the main event Mafia?
No, NWO days.
Was it? See,
this is WCW.
See, I vaguely remember it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. But I mean, there was a lot of stuff with the NWO that eventually I didn't care about anymore, because the NWO was just so overexposed and enlarged, and, I don't know. After a while, the NWO to me just got boring. It still had its cult following, but...
Wolfpack for life.
Yeah, well, see, at that point, I preferred the Wolfpack. I thought it was at least a fresh take to the NWO, at least, you know what I mean? And, the Wolfpack didn't have 50 billion members. Yeah, I mean, they ended up with a few, don't get me wrong, but they didn't have, I mean, at one point, the NWO basically had an entire roster, you know what I mean? They could have had their own show and just fought amongst each other.
So I'll have to find a video of him doing it, just send it to you.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I do vaguely remember that now, but for some reason I thought it was when he was with the main event Mafia. It does seem like something that would correlate more with that era of his career, but anyway. NWO, obviously, yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah, like I said, I don't know, it's just one of those things I probably just didn't care. So I just, it's like a blur memory type of thing.
But as soon as I started reading that, I realized what they were talking about.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I always love that. That to me is the Jackknife Powerbomb. I watched a little bit of Diesel, but that was the time frame where I maybe catch it on a Saturday morning.
Wow.
You know, so my real introduction with Kevin Nash was WCW or the NWO. So that was kind of the time frame where I was getting used to the Jackknife.
Yeah. Yep.
And hello, YT Shadows and Anger Issues TTTV or TTV.
Yo, YT and Anger Issues. What's going on, my friends? Welcome in. You just walked into the first matchup in the semifinals of the Women's World Championship Gold Rush Tournament. Welcome in, guys. Episode number 431 live tonight. 2 to 5 mass destruction is here. They are indeed. Tony Stone and Austin Furious in the house, or at least their management teams.
You know, and like I said, I do agree too with number 4 on this one. I think it's a great move.
Shadow says, I say we ban Archer. Can we ban Shadows, please? Thank you. I would appreciate that. At least AKO him. If nobody wants to ban him, at least deliver that AKO and just shoot us just a warning shot, you know?
AKO with Shadows.
There we go.
Yeah,
take that.
You got a ban on Archer in too.
Hey, Shadows. You know what, Shadows? We got to work on our communication. I literally just pulled back that ban hammer. I pulled it back. I didn't deliver that final blow. You know, and instead I offer you an AKO, and what do I get in return? I get banned. That is disgusting. And gaslight. Oh, look at that. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match, and moving on to the tournament final from Team Joe Link. Dangerous Amber Extreme is your victor, and moving on. Wow.
Congratulations, Team Joe Link.
Hell yeah. Congratulations, Team Joe Link and Amber Extreme. Huge win over the Viking Rose Brewer.
Oh, Joe Link and I both had the same idea.
All right, so let me get the betting lines open for that. Speed up that bet. Ooh, Granola removing that ban time, and so was Joe Link.
Joe Link beat me to it.
That's the kind of win that can take their career.
All right, let's see here.
It's because I lost both my titles.
But number 4 on the list is also nicely humiliating, but it's a great, great move. Samoa Joe's nope spot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a terrible issue with that maneuver.
Yeah, that is nicely. It is humiliating, but it's a great move. It works very well.
I think so. Say why it takes a wrap.
No, this is 10 most humiliating moves.
But I mean, does it say why they consider it humiliating?
Outlaws and Phenomenal Souls Dante currently have titles. We lost all of them in just this last week at Shadows.
Moving out of the way. Embarrassing his opponent in the process as they take a slapstick bump elevated into black comedy by the pain.
Okay. All right, so let's move on to the final matchup in the semifinals. Who's going to move on to face Amber Extreme for the right to fight the reigning, defending Triple Crown Women's World Champion for the Archivers Women's World Championship, the Diamond Ashley Murray? Is it going to be Claire Lay or Britt Baker DMD? Team Dogface or Team Joe Link? Still all up in this mofo. You're going with Claire Lay on this one?
The new jackpot number for a chance to win.
All right, so let me get the betting line open so you guys can make your bets on the match.
The number to win a YTD championship match is 0. Ashley Marie is the one who dethroned Amber Extreme of this title.
All right, here we go. So who moves on to face Amber Extreme for the right to face the world champion? Is it going to be Claire Lay or Britt Baker, DMD? And there we go. The betting lines are officially open, so go ahead, you gambling fiends. Bet your lives away. But it is time for the final match of the semifinals. Claire Lay, Team Dogface. Britt Baker, DMD, Team Joe Link. Who's moving on? Who's going home empty-handed? We're going to find out right now. Let's go. All right, and back to you, Glenola. Hey, by the way, a pretty good list, by the way. I mean, considering
it is.
It really is. I was just going to say, considering who published it, I mean, it's actually pretty... You know what? He has redeemed himself. He has decided to rise above the Taco Boy level.
I'm not going to say he's redeemed himself, but he's had one
a little bit.
List.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. There's a little bit of redemption there for him.
Yeah. Number 3 is stunned so many people, and it's still a great, it is kind of embarrassing. I'm not done with you. Yeah. It's when you're doing a squash, and just before you get that 3 count, you lift their head up off the mat.
Yeah. It's like insult to injury. It's like, look, I'm just about to end your night, but oh, no, not done with you yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite ghastly.
There's one I like a little bit better of that, with a pinning. But we'll see what's up next here. That's number 3, I think it said.
Numero 3.
Yep, number 2. Kazuchika Okada's chest slap.
Ah, yes. Okada does have a nasty chest slap, though, to be fair. I mean, he would rival Ric Flair. It'd be fun to watch them have a slap fest.
But why would it be embarrassing?
I don't. Well, I mean,
humiliating.
Potential to completely change the WWE landscape, and it's because of this level of talent involved.
Either the way he does it, or the fact that you end up with a big red chest by the time he's finished with you. I'm not sure which.
One of the top names in the entire women's division. And she
are you looking it up?
I'm looking to see what he say, if they say anything.
One of the best competitors in the women's division.
Okay. He heals it up like a complete dickhead throughout this early phase 2, which enhances that comeback when it rises deeper into the match. The way in which he smugly pats his opponent's on the chest is detestable. It's beyond patronizing.
To do anything for a win as this individual.
Treating title challengers like they're some young boy is the ultimate humiliation.
I mean, I think it's very William Regal-esque.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think it's embarrassing. Maybe to the person it's being done too, like I said earlier, I suppose. If you look at it from that perspective. You know.
Okay, number 1, Kenny Omega plays an instrument.
Well, see, here's one of the things I've always said. I'm a fan of Kenny Omega when it comes to his in-ring ability, but his acting ability and his comic relief attempts, and it's so quirky and cheesy and just bad.
I guess he played Tomohiro Ishii's head like a bongo.
She scores
like a bongo.
So they don't have my favorite. My favorite, though, I think would have to be Scott Steiner's push-ups.
Corey, what happens in a match like
And welcome to the Fam Jam, I guess, Jody ABW78. Appreciate that follow. Welcome in. Episode number 431. It is basically our year-end tournament. We did have a year-end tournament, but we have decided that tonight is the real year-end tournament. We like tournaments so much, and they are so nice that we are doing it twice. This is our year-end tournament. Next week, we'll begin our new season here at the Archiverse when both of the main brands are going to get back into the swing of things and back to rivalries, raging, fiery feuds, tag teams and factions looking to gut one another. It is absolutely amazing. when things get rocking and rolling around here. But welcome in. Hope you enjoy the rest of this tournament. We're in the last match of the semifinals right now for the Archerverse Women's World Championship. And this is Claire Lay from Team Dogface taking on Britt Baker, DMD. Both former Women's World Champions, both looking to get into that next matchup. To face Amber Extreme for the right to fight Ashley Marie, the reigning defending Women's World Champion over at the Wrestle Wars brand. So, but anyways, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. And back to you, Glenola. Sorry, I just had to address the... Joe Lincoln already issued a shout-out, so I figured I better say something.
Yeah, it wasn't on the list, but the push-ups that Scott Steiner did, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Go for the pin and all of a sudden do those push-ups.
Well, that's definitely more embarrassing to the opponent than it is. Like, I think sometimes they're talking about an actually embarrassing move the way it's applied, and other times they're talking about the receiving end of it, I think.
Yeah, it's a humiliating.
I think, I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, I really love that. You know, it fit Big Papa Pump so much. You know?
Yeah.
He was so sure he could kick your ass that he was going to.
Oh, vicious DDT! Goddamn. But yeah, I mean, how embarrassed that would be embarrassing to the receiving end for sure. I mean, think about that. You get body slammed or whatever. Big Papa Pump is whooping your ass, and then he takes the time out of his day to do fucking push-ups on you. You know, before ending your evening. It is gaslight. It is gaslight. Wuffy Duffy, thank you for the lurk, my friend. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping in. Man, we have a great community. The amount of people stop by tonight before they end their evening and go off to bed. Wuffy Duffy being one of them. Appreciate you. Great new member of the community. From Team Dogface, of course. Probably going to end up being another invader. There has been talks of Team Wuffy Duffy joining the Fam Jam and signing and inking a wrestler to a contract. Of course, if that happens, you know, depending on who gets to the ink first, either Mr. Vegito Pro or Wuffy Duffy, one of them are going to become streamer team number 100, and one of them is going to become streamer team number 101. So 2023 is going to be absolutely fantastic here at the Archerverse, I gotta tell you. And
I did receive a notification from the Starcade Championship Committee. It is official that as of the new year, all WCW titles are being vacated.
Ooh, Resilient Live also put his info into ink a contract, Joe Link says. So we got a potential number 102. Or, who knows, I mean, things are still ongoing with Mr. Vegito Pro. We have to wait and see if right? I mean, oh shit! I gave it away! I gave a spoiler. God damn. So yeah, Team Mr. Vegito Pro, who's a longtime follower, friend, and supporter of the Archerverse, is going to finally ink a contract and sign a wrestler to a contract and get his career rocking and rolling. So that is absolutely fantastic. But I mean, we might have people beating him to the punch, to the ink line, if you will. Wuffy Duffy, Resilient Live, Mr. Vegito Pro. It's going to be a battle to see who signs first. Very interesting. But either way, we're going to end up with number 102. That is pretty awesome. 102 members of the Fam Jam that have decided to become interactive and actually sign wrestlers and be part of the streamer teams. Awesome. All right. What were we talking about? Big Papa Pump, right? Is that what we were talking about? Or was that?
Yeah, I was finished. Yeah, I was real finished with that part.
Oh, okay.
But no, we're talking about the vacating. It is official. WC titles. The WCW titles are vacated.
Championship matches
Oh, that's right. The WCW titles as of the first. That is correct. But I thought that was only if there was a takeover. Like, did that happen? Like, has that been finalized? I mean, I know there was that long-standing rivalry between Vinny K and the Wolfpack specifically with Al and Severn. But yeah, so is that official now?
I received that part I don't know about, but I did receive official.
Superstar and become a different superstar each day you visit.
Championship committee.
Wow. So technically, Ashley Marie, after tonight, won't be even if she defends the title thing, she won't be a Triple Crown champion. She'll be back to being a double champion because the WCW championship has to be vacated. Well, all WCW. She will. Yep, can't take that away. She will forever now be the first Triple Crown Women's World Champion. Absolutely. Might even have to develop some sort of an award to add to our Hall of Legends for her being the first ever Triple Crown Champion. I think that's probably something we should do for her. Did she just knock out Britt Baker and then pick her right back up again? God damn. I think it's 1-0. Is it 1-0? Oh, it's 1-1. Oh, we missed a fall. Okay, so it's 1-1. But was that a knockout fall? I mean, I'm pretty sure Claire Lay knocked out Britt Baker there. Oh, good God. Off the rope with a handspring cutter.
She got him.
What a battle. Claire Lay pulling in all the stops right now. She wants to take out Britt Baker and go on to face Amber Extreme. What the hell? Look at this. Ooh, nice. Float over DDT by Claire Lay. Britt Baker's in trouble here, guys.
I am way behind. I just now saw the pin.
How dare you be behind? And there's the double underhook suplex driver. More of a face buster, really.
Yeah. Kind of the angel's wings.
Right. Oh, explodes with an elbow to the face of Claire Lay. Man, these guys are all over each other. Sling blade by Britt Baker. Oh, Britt Baker is setting her up for that Rings of Saturn. Here we go. Claire Lay in trouble. And that is it. That is all. Taps out Claire Lay. 2-1. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match. And moving on to the tournament finals to face Dangerous Amber Extreme for the right to fight the reigning defending Women's World Champion in the championship final. From Team Joe Link, Britt Baker, DMD, is your victor. Congratulations to Team Joe Link. And now we have two members of Team Joe Link, by the way. Two members of the Outlaws facing each other in the final. That's crazy, right? I mean, Joe Link, what do you think? I'm a poet and didn't know it, going over.
This is what it really takes to be a WWE superstar.
Didn't Boss say that that wouldn't happen? I mean, I believe he did say that, but I mean, you know.
Oh, I didn't think it was going to happen either, so.
Oh, you didn't think it? Well, I guess you thought Rose Brewer was going to go all the way, yeah.
I thought it was going to be Rose Brewer, all the way, but I thought it was going to be Rose Brewer versus Claire Lay.
Instead, it's going to be Britt Baker, DMD, versus Dangerous Amber Extreme. That's crazy. Two members of Team Joe Link, two members of the Outlaws, going at it, and they are going to go at it next. But let me issue the payout here.
Oh, hey, Archer, 38 years ago.
Okay.
Was the incident Dr. D slapping the shit out of John Stossel.
This makes my faction look even better. Well, I think Haymakers, Teeth, Blood, and Mayhem will happen, cuz crazy ladies.
All right, so we're moving on to the the tournament final here in just a minute. I'm just going to get the betting line ready to open up.
Okay, and actually, I got two joke times.
You have two. Well, I knew you had one because I issued the one accidentally at first.
One earlier.
By our constant support for one another's endeavors.
So, Johnny's sitting in class, and
here's Johnny, another Johnny joke. You find all these Johnny jokes.
Everybody knows Johnny's a little bastard, but he's got it. His teacher's pretty well endowed people. Well, I know from other stories about Johnny. But he's, they did the test, and Johnny just did really bad. He, hadn't studied, he'd been up late the night before, and he just completely blew the test. So the teacher comes over and slaps it on his desk. He's like, what do you see there, Johnny? And he looks there and goes, 2 D's and an F.
Wow. Just wow. All right, joke number 2. But before you get to joke number 2, ladies and gentlemen, the next matchup of the evening, the tournament final between Team Joe Link and Team Joe Link. The Outlaws versus the Outlaws. It is Dangerous Amber Extreme taking on Britt Baker DMD. One of them is going to earn the right to fight the reigning defending, undisputed, first ever Triple Crown Women's World Champion, the Diamond Ashley Marie, for the Wrestle Wars Women's World Wrestling Championship, and that will be next in the main event of the evening. But who do you think is going to walk out with the right to fight the champion? Amber Extreme or Britt Baker? You got 5 minutes to make your bets. And the betting line is officially open. So without further ado, it is Amber Extreme versus Britt Baker DMD. Team Joe Link versus Team Joe Link. The Outlaws versus the Outlaws. Let's go. And Joe Link, good luck betting on this one. I mean, either way, you're going to win. It's just who you going to lose the money on, or are you gonna cop out? I bet she cops out. Well, he's not going to bet because it's his own. He's his own team, and that'll be an excuse not to, pony up some dough. I think he's going to attempt to rip people off of an opportunity to gain some extra funds at a time in the world where we need extra money. We all need extra money, and Joe Link is trying to put a stoppage and a blocker to that, if you will. Ghastly, really.
I'm all in. Right, I'm back.
Honeybee says, right, I'm back, and I would like acknowledgement. So you know what you should do, Honeybee Wrestling, is you should type ! Yo, and you will receive your acknowledgement. ! Yo.
So Honeybee Wrestling. Together we will grow strong in our communities.
And yes, welcome back.
By our constant support for one another's endeavors.
And by the way, Dedrek is in the house. Welcome in, Dedrek. Episode number 431 live.
Okay, Dedrek, I matched your bet.
And what a show it has been. And here we go again. Dangerous Amber Extreme making her way back to the ring from Team Joe Link. To take on her partner in crime, actually, because Amber Extreme and Britt Baker are tag team partners. And obviously part of the faction, as well as Carmella and Asuka, the Outlaws. One of the most successful factions in pro wrestling today.
Hello, Dedrek.
Look at the betting.
What's going on, Dedrek? Joe Link says, look at the betting pool.
She knows how to get a reaction, and she'll get an even bigger one.
Somebody's in for
when she wins this match.
Good payout.
Dying slowly, LOL.
All right, so you have a truth or knowledge or rotten fruit, and you also have a joke time.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and do this joke real quick.
Joke time.
The young priest wanted to raise money for his church, and seeing there was a fortune in horse racing, he decided to purchase a horse and enter it at the races. However, at the local auction, the going price for horses was way too steep, so the priest ended up buying a donkey.
This woman is the real
The priest
deal.
figured that since he had the donkey anyway, he may as well go ahead and enter it in the race. Much to his surprise, the donkey came in third. The next day, the Daily Racing Form carried the headline,
The new
Priest
jackpot
Ass
number 30
Chokes.
chance to win a channel redemption of your choices.
Priest is so pleased he can dominate. He
069,
entered
the
into the
number to
race.
win a YTV championship matches.
This time, the
0.
donkey won. Next day, Racing Form read, Priest Ass out in front. The bishop was so upset with this kind of publicity, he told the priest not to enter the donkey in another race. Newspaper headline that day read, Bishop scratches priest's ass.
But she knows a win tonight will take her
Too
even
much for
further.
the bishop, so he ordered the priest to get rid of the animal at once. The priest decided to give it to the nearby convent. Headline that afternoon reads, Nun has best ass in town. The bishop fainted. He informed the nun that she would have to dispose of the donkey immediately. She found a farmer who was willing to buy the animal for $10. Following day, the paper headlines stated, Nun sells her ass for $10. They buried the bishop that afternoon. And on the following day, the headline read, Too much ass responsible for bishop's death.
Oh my God! Yes! That was a good one. That was a good one. All right. You know what? That redeems all the bad jokes you've told over the past couple of months even. That was a good one. I like that one. Oh, yeah. Ted Rex says good times. Good times.
Okay. Had a tree of knowledge.
Tree of knowledge or rotten fruit?
Who did that?
I mean, I have no idea. I know it was existing, and you might want to fulfill that redemption.
I'm assuming it's probably Archer, but...
No.
Okay.
Crash. Up to the top rope now. From the top. Drop. Good Lord. Targeting a body part, working the arm. Corey, what will be the determining factor in this 2 out of 3 falls match?
It's got to be a mental game. If you fall apart mentally after losing the first fall, the second fall is a formality. Making that shoulder a priority.
Saw that one coming, took advantage.
Hey, look at that. Dedrick has a joke time now.
She's got it.
Dedrick, you got a joke time, my friend. You got to tell the masses a joke.
Fly suplex. Off into the pin. Stops the count before it, too.
She still has enough energy for a simple kick out.
And now she's climbing to the top turnbuckle. Able to get the advantage
Joe,
from way up.
Uh-oh, look, Joe Link has one too. Oh, no.
what is the worst combination of illnesses?
Oh, Dedrick beat Glenola. Look at that. What is the worst combination of illnesses? Alzheimer's and diarrhea. You're running but can't remember where. Oh, that's a good one.
And they kick out at 2. If she keeps the pressure on, the next one might do it.
Oh, my God. All right, who's next? Is it going to be Joe Link or Glenola? Who's going to win the race here? Who's going to come in second place, rather?
Well, a local farmer decided to do something nice for Christmas for the local convent. So he gets a little bottle of 12-year-old scotch. Now, of course, the sisters get that way. They won't be drinking it. But the Mother Superior fell it. And it started to look like she was going to be on her deathbed. So they're like, decided, we'll give Mother Superior some of this. It'll help ease her pain. Make her feel a little bit better.
Will that be enough?
But they also didn't want to make it too obvious, so they mix it into some milk.
She does break out
Take it in with Mother Superior. And she drinks it down, kind of waves over one of the...
What does a Rubik's Cube and a penis have in common? Answer: the more you play with it, the harder it gets.
Oh boy, that's a determined stare that's come across her face.
God.
From the top. Nobody home for that one.
I mean,
Oh, and she got out of there.
that's what I think of that one. Joe Link has a joke. Says, what does a Rubik's Cube and a penis... Who said penis? Can he say penis? Is he allowed to say penis? I don't fucking know. But anyways, he said penis. Anyways, Rubik's Cube and a penis have in common. The answer, the more you play with it, the harder it gets. Oh my God. That's a good one. Give it to Joe Link on that one. Glenola, you need a redemption joke. I mean, your first joke was spectacular. I mean, history in the making, and then the second one, you know, it was a lot like just sitting and watching Christian Cool eat a bowl of tuna salad.
TAV. WCW. YTV into the chat.
Okay. None walking down the street.
Looks like Britt Baker just picked up a submission over Amber Extreme 1-0 for Britt Baker, and she is going for a quick pinfall here. Wow, and Amber Extreme just barely kicked out there. The fatigue is finally setting in for Dangerous Amber Extreme. Britt Baker, she smells victory, I think. She smells blood, and she's moving in to strike quickly here.
Great awareness as she proves to be too quick.
This is done walking down the street. Heavily heavy is the bathroom. And the only place nearby is a Hooters. So she put in there, and the place is just hopping. They got a lot of music, a lot of conversation. Every once in a while, lights would turn off. Each time like would go out, the place would erupt in cheers.
Wow. Look at that. Britt Baker did it by a score of 2-0. Beat her own partner in crime. The winner of the match from Team Joe Lake, representing the Outlaws, Britt Baker, DMD, is moving on to the championship final to face the Diamond, Ashley Murray, the reigning defending world champion. Wow. I got to tell you, I actually thought Amber Extreme was going to go on to win that match. I really did. I'm not even going to lie. I
really had no clue who was going to win.
Oh, did you even bet on it?
No, I didn't.
Shame on you, sir. That is fodder. All right, Britt Baker, the victor. 42,202 Archiver's bucks being issued. Did anybody bid on? Did anybody even bet on Britt Baker?
Yeah.
Did they? Okay.
It was pretty close to an even split.
I didn't pay attention to that aspect when I was.
21.6 for Britt Baker, 20.6 for Amber Extreme.
Gotcha. All right. So congratulations to Team Joe Link and Britt Baker, and of course the Outlaws, even though Amber Extreme took a bit of a beating there. She was far too fatigued to defeat the great Britt Baker, DMD, who now moves on to face the reigning defending champion for the Women's World Championship. All right, so who walks out Women's World Champion? Because we are moving on to the main event of the evening, and of course, the championship final for the Wrestle Wars Women's World Wrestling Championship. And we are down to Britt Baker, DMD, representing Team Joe Link and the Outlaws, taking on a member of the Wolfpack, the first ever Women's Triple Crown World Champion. And Britt Baker is challenging for her Wrestle Wars Women's World Wrestling Championship. Can Britt Baker knock her down a notch and send her back home as a double champion and soon to be a singles champion, because all WCW titles are being vacated as of January 1st. And everybody will be forced to go to battle and earn their spot and their right to fight for those WCW championships. And this is all, of course, news that I just received from Team Glenola and the Wolfpack tonight. So, I mean, it has been discussed, but it was never finalized. It was never confirmed. It was all just swirling rumor. But apparently that is a real thing. As of January 1st, all WCW titles will be vacated. So that's very interesting.
But make some hell of a battlefield once.
Oh, hell yeah.
In the new year.
All right, so who walks out Women's World Champion? Britt Baker, DMD, or the Diamond Ashley Marie from Team AMC Me?
I'm going to say Ashley Marie.
Except for I think her name is Ashley, not Ashkey. There we go. 5 minutes to make your bets, as always. How dare you laugh at me? That's right, boo the man. All right, there we go. Betting lines are open. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening, and it is for the Women's World Wrestling Championship. The first ever Women's Triple Crown World Champion, reigning defending champion, undisputed. Representing the Wolfpack and Team AMC Me, the Diamond, Ashley Marie, taking on the challenger and the victor of the tournament, Britt Baker, DMD, representing the Outlaws, and Team Joe Link. Let's go. It is showtime and go time. All right, what do you think, Linola?
Ashley Marie.
You're going with Ashley Marie right off the hop. Right off the hop. All right. And what does everybody else think? Betting lines are open. Make your bets.
All right. So, a nun walking down the street has to use the bathroom, so she walks into the only place available, which is the Hooters. The place was hopping with the music, loud conversations, and every once in a while, lights would turn off. Each time it happened, everyone would just start cheering.
Not many bets on Ashley Marie.
However, when they saw the nun, the place went dead silent. She walked up to the bartender. "Please, may I just use your restroom?" Bartender was like, "Okay,
I don't like where this is going.
I should warn you, there's a statue of a naked man in there wearing only a fig leaf." "Well, in that case, I'll just have to look the other way," said the nun. So the bartender showed the nun at the back of the restaurant. After a few minutes, she came back out, and the whole place just stopped and started giving her a round of applause. She went to the bartender and said, "Sir, I don't understand. Why do they applaud me just because I went to the bathroom?" "Well, now they know you're one of us," said the bartender. "Would you like a drink?"
The following
"Oh, thank you, but I don't understand." "You see," laughed the bartender, "every time someone lifts the fig leaf on that statue, the lights go out. Now, how about a drink?"
Wow.
Oh, come on, that was a good one.
Ghastly. Oh my God. I mean, normally your nun jokes are quite funny, but that one was just kind of like, it dragged its ass a little bit.
Will be on the line here. You're right, Michael. And judging from the response on social media heading into this match,
we're
likely to see a new champ
tree of knowledge
here tonight.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that almost.
Now, Archer, you know this one already.
Okay, so I will keep out of it.
You are looking at a woman at the top of her game.
There might be one or two
ready
others
to compete for that title.
But I actually met and spoke with Patrick Swayze over breakfast for over an hour in the 1980s. So it's up to you in chat. Is that true or not?
Nathan, not a lot of details.
Any takers yet? Let's see here.
Nothing
yet.
Not a lot of details.
Joel does not like your story.
False.
He is disappointed in the lack of details.
Yeah, Joel says false. I like Ashley Marie's new entrance, and the new look.
Let's not forget, the title is on the line here tonight. How can I forget? I've been looking forward to this match for a long time.
Anybody else in the chat have a...
I mean, you just like the fact that she actually accepted Severn's offer and joined the Wolfpack. Let's face it.
Hey.
She is determined to stay atop the division. We'll see if she
Ashley
can do
Marie's a great
just that.
addition.
I mean, to be fair, that was also like a huge shock. I think not just to the women's division, but to professional wrestling, period. When Ashley Marie, I mean, there was no ill will or any, it created from the coalition, left the coalition, and decided to venture on her own, and ended up getting an immediate offer from the Wolfpack, and she decided to take that offer. I mean, who wouldn't want to be on a team with the likes of Rose Brewer? I mean,
oh yeah,
and not Carmella, but and Stacey Keebler, and the Wolfpack is a tremendous faction. They're a scary faction, not to mention.
So looks like nobody else in the chat's got
introducing the champion.
The story's actually true.
Toledo, Ohio. She's the women's wrestling champion.
Look up for
the
sure.
Diamond,
But he is in Central Illinois.
They may be looking.
Filming a movie. And
the champion
I always had to go get allergy shots every Saturday morning. And if my dad took me to go get my shot, we'd go out for breakfast afterwards. It was kind of our thing. And we're sitting there. And
at least it makes it a little bit more worthwhile.
Yeah.
After having a big, long piece of metal shoved in your body, violating you.
Yeah. And especially when you're somebody that is actually afraid of needles.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I absolutely detest needles.
So, we're so there. This is a smaller town in Central Illinois.
Just like those blue balloons.
You sit in a local restaurant, you just chat. Guys sit at the table next to you or whatever.
you can't take anything for granted when you're
So we sat there and we started shooting. Let's roll with this guy.
I think you use the
Now, at the time, I had no clue who he
your
was.
opponent expel all their energy in the first ball. Then you cap
I hadn't
You're the only
seen any of his movies at that
You
point. I was
never
still a
let your
kid.
opponent hang around for the sake of getting them
And
tired. If you can beat
we
them,
talked
you
for
beat 'em.
over an hour. But it turned out to be Patrick Swayze.
Oh my!
Inflicting pain at will.
But it's, and Archer can vouch for this. It is the most unknown Patrick Swayze movie
wow, that's
with an
impressive.
all-star cast.
Lower back, clutching the wrist,
It's called Grandview, USA.
just absolutely punishing
It
their
was
that's cool.
1984, so it's probably been 1983 that I met him.
able to elude
Or,
it.
or early 84.
Oh, look at mounting and now the punches.
But, Archer has seen the movie, which a lot of people that I've talked to have never seen, even heard of this movie. But it was Jamie Lee Curtis, Patrick Swayze, C. Thomas Howell. And if you're familiar with the 80s, C. Thomas Howell was one of the big names.
Trapping the leg, DDT.
Let me bring up some of this, see if who else was in it.
Stepping through, legs
Might
all locked up
recognize,
here. Just punishing their opponent.
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
First impact.
I forget sometimes that she was in it. John Cusack.
Dirty
Joan Cusack.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Literally, it was seemingly like nothing was wrong, but I could not communicate. They came right out of nowhere, too. I'm like, all right. But anyways,
She still has a lot of time to recover, though.
but yeah. So what was the final result there? Were people calling BS?
Joe Link was the only one that responded. He said, that it was false.
Joe Link, how dare you discuss the Glenalians?
The new jackpot number for our chance to win a charity
How
redemption
dare you,
by
sir.
choices.
I gotta get
069. The number to win a YCD championship match
I
is
gotta get
0.
Glenalian emotes made.
Glenalians are evil and savage creatures. We're not discussing Glenalians.
Back into the ring. Ooh, what a forearm. Placed into the corner.
But yeah, it really was.
Superstar switch up.
Like I said, the movie had
Want to become
did not have a
someone
good
else for
script
the
at all.
day? Superstar and become a different superstar each day.
Oh, you're talking about,
Nobody knows. Grandview.
yeah. You know what, though? I mean, for a low budget, I mean, it wasn't a terrible movie.
Also meet with my close encounter with
You know,
aliens.
not my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, crap script, really.
The actors in it made it fun.
Oh, yeah.
It was one of those movies where I know a lot of people get pissed off at bad storytelling, but sometimes movies can be good with a bad story. It depends on who's in it, you know, the chemistry with the actors, etc. But
Yeah. I totally agree with you. And this case was one that,
Shoulders are down.
you know, it's not a terrible movie, but it's also not.
A lot of stamina left.
Trying to see
Impressive reversal there.
what the budget was on that. Oh, here we go. Well, it's the gross. I'll give you an idea. The gross for U.S. and Canada was $4,743,119.
yeah, but back then, I mean, translate that to today's dollars, though. It's probably not still, you know, Star Wars or Avengers, but I mean,
Yeah, let's just find out.
yeah.
The rings of Saturn applied.
Crossface. Gonna see a new champ.
This would be an amazing upset. Can she get her to tap out? For moments, and she lets her out.
Well, are we hitting Discord after the
I don't know
show?
if it's mercy or if it's someone who's not done playing with their
I don't think I'm going to be able to. I got to take a treatment.
Ghastly, savage, traitorous, treacherous,
Well, I might
bastard
be able to
creature.
do one. Maybe
There you
one
go. There's
episode
the
while I take a
vibes.
treatment.
2 episodes of Rocky Bullwinkle. That's what I was talking about.
I don't think I can do 2.
That's what I said. 2 episodes. It's not copy, man. Don't repeat my words. How dare you?
Right to the jaw. Right in the mouth. Relentless.
Joling says Archer, close encounter with. Can somebody AKO Joe Link, please? He's being naughty. Stirring the pot. Main event of the evening. How dare you? Disgusting behavior. By one mod with the most. Sounds like it is 1-0. Oh, look at this. Britt Baker slapping on the rings of Saturn right in the middle of the ring here. It is Ashley Marie in trouble here. The reigning defending champion in trouble.
And she lets her free.
Wow, she fought it off.
But I'll tell you, Archer's still not that good of a box office. I can tell you that right
Well,
now.
it wouldn't, no, in comparison to some of the big blockbusters at the same, it wouldn't be, right? But
Terminating knee smash. Feast your eyes. The title's going nowhere. Kiss your dreams. It was almost just lights out on their championship dreams. Let's see
Here fall this time by Ashley Marie, but Britt Baker still not done with this thing. She's still in it to win it.
Or will the shoulder come up if that move hits one more time? She's getting back up. But she
Marie measured up here a little.
$13,612,751
So still not a mega blockbuster, but
No.
And the defending champion sneaks a fall.
Opening day for the time was pretty much half of it. 2,000,000.
It's 1-1, folks. What a finale.
Did you see that? Propelled through the air.
But, you know, I enjoy it once in a while. I haven't watched it in quite a while, even though I own it, that I haven't unwrapped the DVD.
Actually, I think we've discussed that before.
The champ is down. Title change. I can feel it.
I found it on Amazon for sale. Yeah, I couldn't grab it.
And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The champion has been thrown back to double champ status, and unfortunately for her, she is going to be a singles champion here shortly, because as Team Glenola stated, as of the first of the year, WCW championships are all vacated. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and I believe for the first time, we'll have to fact check that real quick, but I'm pretty sure for the first time ever, new Archer vs. Wrestle Wars Women's World Wrestling Champion from Team Joe Link, representing the Outlaws. Britt Baker, DMD, is your victor and new Women's World Champion. And look at her hoist that big, beautiful gold belt above her head. Wow. She won the tournament and then dethroned the champion. Good God. And you never know what's going to happen. I mean, quite often the champion retains. Britt Baker defied the odds against one of the best ever in Ashley Marie. Ashley Marie now, for at least the time being, for the next couple of days, gets to enjoy remaining a double champion. But it changes nothing. Like I said, we're going to have to come up with, I think, an award for Ashley Marie to go along with the Hall of Fame. She's the first ever Triple Crown champion, and the year is not complete. So we're going to have to add that in some fashion. Some sort of an award. We'll have to discuss it and come up with something. But that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen, for episode number 431. What a fantastic night. It was awesome to see everybody show up and check out the Women's World Championship Gold Rush Tournament. It was a fantastic YTD Academy Grand Prix Tag Team Wrestling Championship matchup to start the night off. We have brand new tag team champions in the Wolfpack Wrestle Wars, Codex, and of course, partner in crime, Carino, Sinister Farmer. And they tore up the scene tonight. They're your new YTD Academy Tag Team Wrestling Champions, representing the Wolfpack. But what a night! And we'll see each other, of course, next Wednesday night, or potentially sooner. You never know. We may have a New Year's Day tournament. We'll see what happens. We might have a New Year's Day tournament to kick off the new year. But the new season officially begins Wednesday night, I think 10:30. I will, of course, that's according to work schedule. Subject to change, but 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is our normal start time. If I work late, then it'll be 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But either way, the new season of the Archerverse, the ongoing rivalry between the Archerverse Wrestle Wars, which is now Wrestle Wars Genesis, and of course Starrcade, which is apparently being taken over. We're going to find out all of the details and see what's going on beginning Wednesday night. But again, we might see each other New Year's Day or New Year's Day night for a kickoff tournament to start off 2023. We'll see what happens. But that is it. That is all for episode number 431. Appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are all fucking awesome, but you know that. You're legends, each and every one of you. People from Team Dogface, Honeybee Wrestling, and Deadrek, and Anger Issues, TTV, everybody in the Archerverse community. You guys are awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you. But we are going to invade a good friend of ours, Tony at USP. We're going to share the love, go show him some support, and see what he's up to. Enjoy his content. He is a great human being and a fantastic variety streamer. So make sure you show him some love. If you're not already in on this invasion, get on in it right now. You don't want to miss out. But
you just got raided, Archer.
Oh my good God, raided.
Land
famous. Thank you very much for the invasion. Welcome in. Join us in our invasion, if you will. Join in. Get in on this invasion. You want to be a part of this. Thank you for the invasion. Welcome to episode number 431. It happens to be at its finale. You missed a fantastic tournament, but it won't be the last time you get to see the Archiverse TV. We're back New Year's Day, potentially for a tournament. The new season of the Archiverse starts Wednesday. We're going to have an awesome time. Appreciate everybody. But now it is time to invade Tony. USB, let's show him some love. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I don't care who just got here. Get the fuck out. Goodbye.
It is a raid train.
You know, I think the channel is offline. Did it send people anyways?
It looks like I'm heading over there.
Well,
Tony ended his.
Damn!
The raided channel just went out.
Oh, wow.
Well, let's see if we can invade somebody else. It looks like everybody's still here, so nobody go anywhere.
Well, I'm in Tony's channel.
Well, come on back. Because obviously he ended his stream. Let's see here.
Look like we're still alive.
Well, Soul Embers is streaming.
I was just gonna say Soul's streaming.
All right, guys. So let's change our destination. Embers with a Z, right?
Yes.
All right. So let's redirect our raid here. Hopefully everybody else comes back in and joins in the invasion. We can redirect our evening. So far only 6 people in the invasion. Come on, guys, get on back here. Join in on this invasion. Oh, numbers are coming up. Let's go. Let's go. Bring it on. Bring those numbers up. Come on. What else is missing? Get it on the invasion. Let's go. All right. Well, that 8 is better than none. I mean, it would have been nice to have everybody. I didn't realize. I should have paid attention to what Tony was up to. My bad. But let's go visit Soul Embers and see what he's up to. Let's spread some love, show him some support.
Raid.
And again, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. It is indeed time for you guys to get the fuck out. Goodbye.